so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
Kick off fall with Labor Day deals happening now at Lowe's. Right now, buy one, get one free on select interior paint via Lowe's gift card rebate for your next paint project. Plus, don't miss out on select one-pint annuals. Get 5 for only $5. Shop these can't-miss deals today before they're gone. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 9/4 while supplies last. More terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with a surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
Don't be fooled by the people you meet on social media. It may start as an innocent conversation, but anyone who tries to sell you pills is nothing more than a drug dealer. And if you think tiny pills can't do much harm, think again. Fentanyl can end it all. Know the truth about fentanyl at learnmoreaz.org. Don't be fooled. Don't be faked out. Visit learnmoreaz.org. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or...
This is fire.
Actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM. Wherever you go, take us along. Listen to our live stream on our free Fanatic app. Download it today.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time.
For what? Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. Got Keon Rose in the control room, but out here at the Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace, I got Ralph from Harmon Solar. I got Mr. AZ Sports, but I'm probably going to call you Nathan during the show because that's too many words. And then, of course, people are starting to show up here for the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft Party. We got Random Kid and Raven Kid. Random Kid. Yeah, Random Texter and Raven Kid. I'm wearing these readers. I can't be sure. Is Raven Kid sporting a cop stash? Is he wearing a...
Yeah, he kind of is.
To be fair, he's been growing it out for the last 2 calendar years, so...
Oh, wow, he's growing hair on his face.
I feel like I should pull out my license and registration and just pucker up. You know what I'm saying? It just makes me a little nervous. Some other people are here, too. Pippi is here. Ralph says that everybody should come meet Pippi. And let's see, that guy.
My balls.
No. You can't say that part.
What?
He's got it on his jersey.
My balls itch.
Yeah, it's supposed to be scratch me because.
Because
right. Yeah. So anyway, we're over here
Gotcha.
at the Dave & Buster's, broadcasting live into 3 to 6, and then of course we've got the Daily Blender Fantasy Football remote draft, which means you can be here at the remote drafting, or you can just stay home. I don't care. Whatever you do, it's online. So bring your computers. We don't do it with paper. We don't do it with little cards and stuff. But it's, come here, hang out, drink some, eat some, hang out with your fellow fourth dimension people. So look, Charlie Boy just showed up. Hang out, have a party, and then we'll do the draft at 7 p.m. Did you guys bring your laptops, bring your stuff?
No.
You're going to auto draft again?
I'm not going to draft here.
Oh, that's right. You and I are in the Premier League.
Well, I'm also in the Weekend Warrior League, but
oh, that's right.
That draft's nice.
So
too.
Ralph knows he can't win in the Premier League, so he
I will.
begged me to set him up in another one of the fantasy football leagues just to give him a chance.
No, that's absolutely not true.
Which
That
I'm
is
thinking
definitely
he probably doesn't have a chance anyway.
We'll see.
How'd you do last year? Anyway, moving on.
I'm still in the Premier League. I'm still in the Premier League. How did Rosalie do? Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So today is all about football. It's all about the fantasy football draft. It's all about the NFL. I got some helpful tips and thoughts on how to handle your draft. We're going to have Scott Engel, the king of fantasy football. He's going to join us later on around the 5 o'clock hour to answer your questions about, should I take this guy or that guy? The questions right now revolve around your draft position. And if your draft position sucks, you had better be ready with some questions for the king of fantasy football at 5 o'clock hour. What's yours?
How come I keep getting like the 10th pick every year?
Just complete chance.
I don't believe you.
God hates you.
God.
That's it. That's the reason.
I think fake Andy Reid did it on purpose.
Fake Andy Reid kind of screwed me over too. I ended up with the 6th pick.
I'd rather have, 6 is pretty bad.
It ain't good.
At least at 10, I'm going to draft 2 right away.
Yeah, well, I've got a strategy. I got a strategy for whatever happens. So all I got to do is stay in the Premier League, and then after that, hope against hope. What's your pick, Eric, Mr. AZ Sports?
I'm 7 in my league.
Oof. That ain't great.
That's better than 10.
Randy got 4.
I'm 4.
I got 4. Yeah, I got 4.
You got 4,
Not bad,
Randy?
Yeah,
Not
I
bad.
got 4.
You can't take Josh Allen. We have to have that conversation again.
Listen, Pat, I take whoever I want because
Look.
I'm picking at 4.
Your boss is here. This is a sponsorship conversation. I'm looking right at it.
I didn't realize that Ralph Romano was on any of Randy's checks.
See,
That's
Oh,
funny.
he is.
your signatures on my check.
That's
I-
interesting.
I can start signing it.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
Are you really going to pull this nonsense again?
I'm going to pull it again.
Nobody should be taking Josh Allen in the first round anyway. So I think you're
I
safe.
would. And he was a #1 fantasy point producer last year. And y'all said the same thing last year.
Yeah,
'cause
it's not smart.
I
it's still not
disagree.
smart.
I'll be not smart again as long as
Yeah.
Randy leaves it alone.
Josh Allen is an RPO quarterback that's got no receivers to throw to. I think that dude's going to have a lot of points this year.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, you're in trouble right now.
No, I mean, I'm telling you, Randy, we'll talk after the show.
Listen, none of us are going to be upset that you take Josh Allen in the first round. Randy was never going to take Josh Allen in the first round.
I think he was.
I wasn't.
No, that's true.
Keon certainly wasn't. Nobody's doing this.
Okay, so as long as we stick with that, we're good.
Yeah. I got a lot of people on the text line, and the text line still is open here at Dave and Buster's in the Tempe audio. Hold on a second here. They're yelling at me because they can't hear us out there. How about now?
Can you hear me now?
How about now?
Can you hear
I
me
don't know.
now?
I'll have to fix that at the break. I'm not sure. Whoa, there it is. I don't know.
Hi, everybody.
And we'll slowly. No, okay. I don't know why all of a sudden it's gone goofy. Well, yeah, we have a radio show going on, so you guys will have to wait till I can fix this. All right, let's go to the text line 888-368-1580. We'll fix that at the break. Kean Kitten says, new texter nickname, Stealing from the Dead. Well, that's kind of dark.
Yeah, that's really dark.
It's a little dark.
I don't think
Last
that's gonna work.
Optimist says, happy draft day. Wish I was there. Randy, could I have a Guinness, please? There it is. Effie Lefty was watching me right before the show started. Want to know what I was chomping on? I got myself a nice chicken sandwich. It was a very nice chicken sandwich from Dave and Buster's here. He said, someone get the giant pretzel so I can live vicariously through you. Unfortunately, I can't make it in person, but it's always great time. Happy for everyone that gets to be there. Chief Skull says, Mrs. Chief Skull and I are on the way. Oh,
All
cool,
right.
man. Looking forward to meeting you.
I won't see you.
Berg says strategy is to draft the Premier League every year. Hope to be there later this afternoon. Good to see you if you do. Wilbur says Josh Allen's season will be ended after the first quarter of game 1 against my Cardinals.
That's right.
Because they'll be sitting down with a 50-point lead after the first quarter.
Yeah, they'll bring out the backup.
Exactly.
Fish Tank
That's right.
says,
It's all right.
do not take a quarterback in the first round, period. No,
RPO,
Ralph, take it.
No, RPO is different. You
Ralph's
can
in
take
Premier
an
League.
RPO.
Let him do it.
An RPO guy you can take in the first round.
Don't tell Ralph what to do with this.
Ask Keon.
He wants to do it. Let him
No,
do
you
it.
can't. That
Thank
sounds
you.
like it's just like a genuine. Josh Allen is probably one of 2 quarterbacks you'd probably take that early.
Yeah.
And
Mahomes.
Kyler Murray's the second one.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Sir
Not unless
Drives a
you're high.
Lot says fantasy football day. All right, listen. I want to talk about Dave and Buster's real fast, and I want to let you guys know that there's going to be a bunch of giveaways. You got to be here to win them, though. Brace yourselves. This is going to take a moment because Radio Ron has cranked it up, and we've got tons of giveaways. All you got to do is show up, get a name tag, and you get your ticket. And here's what the drawings are for. $25 Miracle Mile deli giveaways. We got 2 25 cards to give away.
I like that.
Willie's Taco Joint. We got 2 $25
Ooh,
cards.
I
Another
like
good
Willie's.
one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Over at the Uncommon in Chandler, one $50 gift card.
Ooh.
And then we have, I'm told it's for 4 people, 1 hour session of Lumberjacks axe throwing.
That's fun.
Go throw some axes.
That's a hard no for me.
What? Sounds like work, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's target
I don't know if I-
practice. You're throwing.
I don't know if I want to be throwing a bunch of. Sounds like work.
You're throwing sharp
And then
objects. That sounds awesome.
We got five $10 coupons for Dave and Buster's.
Ooh.
And we have Urban Agave in Glendale. I don't know what that is.
What is
The
that?
urban
I don't know.
agave.
I mean, I know what agave is, but
Whatever it is a $50 gift card for that.
oh, that's got to be a bar.
Ooh.
So lots of great stuff to give away. Plus, we got some Fanatic hats and other things. You just go see Radio Ron, and maybe he'll help you out with that.
Right.
So here's the funny thing. Well, it's not funny. Keon got stuck in the control room. Randy, he got stuck over on his side of town. So the
Well,
only
it's because you threw me off the roof and I can't travel.
I swear to God, if you would just let that go.
Look,
Uh,
I have it right here. There's the proof right there.
Yes, but it was not me that threw you off the roof, as far as you know.
How do you
Anyway,
know it wasn't
As you
you?
know.
How would you know it wasn't he?
Was
Yeah.
it Miss Kim?
I don't know how he did. I mean, could have been anybody. Could have been anybody.
You could have said the wrong thing to Miss Kim. She'd throw him off a roof.
You don't remember how many people were on that roof.
You turned your back one moment, right? Never saw who did it, right?
I don't know. I got a lot going on in my life. Got a lot going on in my life.
Oh my
So,
God.
Fish Tank, yes, it is a bummer that Keon and Randy couldn't come out. Wilbur says, "Hey Jeffrey, how about if I come down to the show and after your show, you and I go over and throw some axes at each other?"
I don't think this is the way it works.
Yeah,
that Wilbur?
I am
You're supposed to throw
never.
the axes at a target.
Well, just tell him you're in front of him. He'll never know.
If I were a ventriloquist, I think I could pull it off. But but I'm not making the sound. If it's like the Predator, only Wilbur with an axe. You an ugly mother. Just the whole thing. I don't know. So what else we got going on? We're gonna talk to Dylan Cohen and get his betting advice. See how he's been doing with his betting, and then we'll check in with the Dimebacks and see how things are going for them. Their game starts in the next hour. So I don't know. Let's talk fantasy football. Let's talk football stuff. Where do you guys want to start? What do you think is the most important thing that we need to think about for fantasy football right now? What do you guys say?
Again, not picking Josh Allen in the first round.
Okay.
That's just you. Like we're talking about everyone. What is a
Well,
general
I
piece
care
of
about
advice?
me. I care about me.
Okay, but you're sitting in front of a microphone talking to everyone, Ralph.
There's no one here.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nobody here.
You understand
Hey,
you're on the radio, correct? Or is that just lost on you entirely? I'm trying to
It's a
understand.
little lost on me.
Okay, well, you are on the radio. When I say everyone, I mean the listeners of this show, and they're not all you. So what
I
is a
just see-
piece of general fantasy football advice, Ralph?
Don't listen to Keon because he bashes you. Did you see this? I'm a little hurt.
No, you have it coming.
You were
Can you
asked.
block
You were
him?
asked for advice, and you were like, "Yeah, don't draft
How
the
am I
guy
gonna
I
block
want
him?
to draft." Well,
think
everyone
you just
listening
block
to you isn't in. Well, you can't block me. I actually control your mic. So if
Yeah,
anything,
he's running the board. I can't block the guy running the board.
the optimum block
Look,
button,
You're 20 minutes away. Don't tempt me.
and I got the
I
block
think-
button for your show tomorrow too. I mean,
Oh,
we
wow,
just
look
want
at
to keep
that.
doing
Double
this.
threat.
I
Threat.
could do this all day, Ralph. I could do it all
Yeah.
day.
Wow.
Yeah, you gotta learn. There's a couple of things you need to know. You don't mess with the waiter, and you don't mess with the guy who runs your show.
I'm getting a new producer for the show starting next week, right? That is true.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
okay.
true, but not for your first
So
week.
I've only got to be nice to you for like a few more days.
No, because he asked me to cover his shift. So guess what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
actually true.
Oh, you got me.
Come
That
on.
weekend,
Oh,
you said.
you got me.
All right. Well, listen, I'll help
Done.
you out. I'll help you
Done.
out.
You can't
I'll help
escape
you out,
me,
Ralph.
No, I'm not talking about Ralph. I'm talking about the listeners. I was going to help him out with fantasy football stuff since nobody wants to actually get serious and talk about it.
Trey McBride will be a top 5 tight end this year.
Okay.
That's
He's
my
probably,
prediction.
he's probably right.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, I
all
could-
shout out random things we know.
Well, that's a
You
fantasy
asked for-
football thing.
You
though.
asked.
him for fantasy
And I'm
football.
telling you, Trey McBride, he's a sleeper tight end this year.
Sleeper, but what are you going to do? You're going to take him in the first round, second round, third round? Where, how are you going to get him?
Seventh round.
Fifth or seventh,
All right.
sixth or seventh round. I think Trey McBride will finish top 5 tight end in the league.
Which means now Ralph is going to take him in the fourth round. 'cause
I don't
that's how
want
he
Trey
does.
McBride.
Ralph won't take anybody who affiliates as an Arizona Cardinal.
I'm not going to take a Cardinal player because why?
Because
First of all, who's going to throw to him?
Kyler Murray,
Who's that?
a good quarterback.
He's a midget. He's not a good quarterback.
Okay.
Right. See, there we
No,
go.
he is a midget.
He's
That's
a midget.
No, that is actually true.
He's
That's
not a
lovely.
midget. He's
That's
horizontally
science.
challenged. That's all.
Horizontally challenged.
Yeah,
That is verified
yeah.
right there. All right. So listen, if you're getting ready to come here and draft, and you're bringing your computer and you're getting it set up, and you're like, all right, I got to get serious here. I'm hoping you have some sort of a plan. You know, you can go from the hip, but you know, you got to think about your position. Okay, look around, no moist one. Okay, you got to think about your positions. You know, you got to have like a breakdown at least, just sort of in the back of your head, or maybe even on a piece of paper where you're going to go. You know, and it also depends on what round of the draft you're going to be in, right? So knowing that if you're one of the four from the front end of the draft, you just got to take the Christian McCaffrey. You got to throw out your whole plan if it was wide receiver, running back, tight end, whatever.
Because you do 6-point touchdowns, right? In this
Yeah.
league? Yeah. So you have to. Do
So
that.
quarterback
It's
is
PPR league as well.
Okay.
and with 6 points for a touchdown, quarterback is way more important than normal.
But you don't want to. I don't think you want to take them too early. Here's the thing: you have single position for quarterback. We have single position for a tight end, which means you might want to think about that in the first 4 rounds to make sure you get somebody, because there's going to be a run on the quarterback early because people are also amateurs. So you gotta know that people are going to start to about round 3 or 4, get excited. So be prepared to have that as part of your plan, what you're going to do. And now there's not a whole lot of really great tight ends out there. So, you know, just understand that you're thinking tight end in round 3 or 4, depends on how the wind is blowing, because if some moron goes quarterback, you're like, oh crap, here we go. You know,
when the run on quarterback start, you just, whatever your plan was, you should probably try and get one of those guys.
Yeah, it gets paused.
Then you're going to always have those guys who are going to grab a receiver in the first round. They're
Well,
going to go after Justin Jefferson, which makes no sense because
Well-
you got Sam Darnold throwing to him.
Well, I think it does
Those
make
guys.
sense just because, like, not only he has Sam Darnold throwing to him, but you have nothing else on that offense.
He could have a really down year because of Sam Darnold.
It really depends.
It's a
on
risk.
Is Sam Darnold good enough to just get Justin Jefferson the ball? Which he had Josh Dobbs throwing to him last year, and he was doing all right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
Yeah, if you have the first pick and you don't take Christian McCaffrey, you're going to be mocked mercilessly.
Yeah, but
and
he's
that just,
got a
scared.
calf injury though. I mean,
Yeah, I'm scared of that guy.
oh, that's nothing.
You got
That
to.
ain't
It's a
I don't
long
know.
season. If
I
if
don't
he's got the
know.
calf injury and it's going to be nagging him, well, that's going to be a problem. But if he's got
Who
the
would you
calf
take over
injury,
him?
Mahomes.
Well, no, be quiet, Ralph. You're not helping. Mahomes should not go in the first round.
What?
Mahomes should not go in the first round. What are you talking
If
about?
Mahomes is sitting there at 10, he's on my team.
I just love that you're still in the Premier
How do
League
I not
somehow.
How do you not take that?
I thought
You
it was
don't
Josh
take
Allen.
him in the first round.
Randy, you can't talk right now. Come on.
Why not?
You can't. As a matter of fact, I'll take Mahomes and Allen.
You only have one
I'll
pick.
play one as running back.
So
Okay.
you got your top 5 guys are Christian McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson, and that's like the top 5. If you're not, I mean, I get it if you want to change up some stuff, but Christian McCaffrey is a no-brainer first round pick.
I take
at the
Tyreek
top.
Hill.
That's
Tyreek Hill.
a lot of people are saying that they would take Tyreek. I don't know if I would take CeeDee Lamb. In
CD
first position.
Why wouldn't you take CD?
Because he might not even play. He hasn't even played in preseason. Like he's holding in.
He's gonna play.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm worried
Randy, you
about
have
it.
the 4th pick, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do any of those guys in that list sound inviting to you?
Tyreek sounds good to me. Yeah.
I don't think he'll be there for you, Randy. I think you're going to be staring down Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson.
We'll see.
Listen, you got Jamar Chase in a year with Joe Burrow's there. Give me that.
That's a good point.
Joe Burrow's back. Yeah, give me Chase.
He's back for how long? I mean, he's missed
every other year.
last year.
This is the year, Jeff.
yeah.
Randy.
So
if you have the number 1 pick, so if you had the number 1 pick, Jeffrey, who are you taking?
Christian McCaffrey.
And who are you taking, Randy? If you had the number 1 pick,
number 1 pick, I wouldn't take Christian McCaffrey.
who are you taking? Tyreek?
Maybe Tyreek. Yeah.
How about you, Keon?
Run CMC. Taking McCaffrey.
Yeah, you can't take CeeDee Lamb. That goes
Tyreek.
against all your DNA.
I'd take
You're
Tyreek.
taking Tyreek.
I would avoid him if at all possible.
I
would
was
probably-
taking Josh Allen.
No, I would. If I had the number 1 pick, I'd take Tyreek.
Why would you? So Keon, you said something
Okay.
that it kind of perked up my ears. Why would you avoid Tyreek Hill?
Me, I wouldn't avoid Tyreek Hill.
Oh, I thought I heard you say I would avoid him at all costs.
No, I would
Like
avoid
in an
CeeDee
elevator
Lamb.
or
I would avoid CeeDee Lamb, and that's just because he's a Cowboy. There's no good reason for that.
How about the Cowboys?
I can't root for a Cowboy on Sunday. That
Oh my gosh.
makes me physically ill. I'll take an Eagle. I'll take a Giant. Not happy about it, but I'm not. No Cowboys. None. Zero.
I have no loyalties in fantasy football, but I do. If I'm playing fantasy baseball, I can't have a Yankee. That's why I just can't play fantasy
So
baseball.
if Aaron Judge is sitting there, you're
Can't-
not taking.
Can't do it.
But then you're
I
not
can't
winning
do
the
it.
league.
I can't. Well, I'm not going to play.
Oh.
I don't play fantasy baseball. I play fantasy football because
Also-
I don't hate any other
Also,
team.
if you
How
really
about
want to
the-
be good at fantasy baseball, you get Juan Soto because he fills out all the stat categories, not just
He does.
homers.
Yeah, I'm not playing.
No.
Just not going to play.
I just don't know what to say to that.
Listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, it's time for Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Diamondbacks are in Boston tonight to begin a 3-game series with the Red Sox at Fenway Park. Arizona coming off sweeping the Miami Marlins in South Florida, winning Wednesday 10-8. They're the highest scoring team in Major League Baseball, and they'll send Ryan Nelson to the bump tonight. He's 8-6, an ERA of 4.35. Brian Bayo will go for the Red Sox. He's 11-5, an ERA of 4.80. The Diamondbacks getting a run and a half, minus 180 on the run line. Boston minus a run and a half, plus 150 on the money line. Arizona plus 110. Boston minus 130, over under 9.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
Participating U.S. Wendy's. Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
Do you know about 211 Arizona? It's a free service to connect you with resources anywhere in Arizona. Housing assistance and eviction prevention, transportation and ride services, healthcare benefits, food resources, and even utility bill support. Talk to a live operator in English or Spanish, 24 hours a day, every day of the year. Just dial 211 or visit 211arizona.org. Get connected, get answers, and get the help you need. This message is sponsored by 211 Arizona.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right, they're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona Sports Betting Station, 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, broadcasting live from the Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace for our fantasy football draft party. I'm going to give you a list of everybody I can see so far. We got Charlie Boy, we got Random Texter, Raven Kid, Scratch Me Because, but I'm not saying the rest of it. And then Navy Brad just showed up in the joint over there. So come on out here and see us at the Tempe Marketplace. We're broadcasting live from 3 to 6. And of course, then we're going to have a party and do our Daily Blender fantasy football draft at 7 p.m. But right now it's time for some Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. Now, listen, if you want to see his advice, you go to 1580thefanatic.com. You scroll down on the right and you click on Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen, and all his thinking is right there, plus some other bets to consider and his parlay of the day. I mean, I know you're not Irish, but I just thought I'd throw that in there. So, all right, how did we do yesterday with your bets, Dylan?
Yesterday was a bit of the same result as the day before. So what I mean by that is that the winners were not the picks that we talked about on the air. They're in that other bets to consider section. That's going to be on that post that Jeffrey mentioned. That's on 1580thefanatic.com. Starting off with the first one, that was for Nick Lodolo to get over 16 and a half outs recorded in that game. This one was, quite frankly, a bummer. We did end up losing it. He only had 14 outs. This guy was pitching arguably the best game that he's had all season. He went into the 5th inning with 70 pitches. He ended up having 9 strikeouts in this game. He got 2 outs in the 5th pretty quick, and then all of a sudden the wheels came off. He ended up walking in a run and he got pulled. So that one did not pan out the way that we had wanted to. And then the other pick was in the Astros and the Orioles matchup. We were counting on the over total runs. We took the over at 8 runs. The final score in this one was 6-0. The Astros really just cruised over the Orioles in Baltimore. Spencer Arrighetti for the Astros normally has above a 6.0 ERA on the road. This guy did not give up a single run in 6 innings, one of his best outings all season. The Astros hitters came through for us. The Orioles hitters did not. So we lost that one as well. But the other bets to consider did go 5-5 yesterday. So we're just barely under that 50% mark. And today we're going to be looking to get back above it.
All right. Well, you live to play another day. So what are you looking at betting today?
So we've got an awesome slate of all different kinds of sports tonight. I'm going to start off with our D-backs here. We are beginning a series against the Boston Red Sox in Boston. This is the only series that these two teams are going to play against each other this year. And, there's a lot of good trends to look at when you consider the pitching matchup in this one. The Diamondbacks are going to have Ryan Nelson on the mound, and the Red Sox are going to be going with Brayan Bello. And both these pitchers right now, they are both just hot as can be. Starting off with Ryan Nelson, he's 7-2 in his last 9 appearances. The D-backs have won 7 games out of his last 9 starts. The Boston Red Sox have won 8 out of Brayan Bello's last 9 starts. So when you're looking at who's going to win this one, something to take into account here, and I actually was not aware of this until I looked at the standings today. There's a team in this game that actually has one of the worst 5 home records in all of baseball. And it's not the Arizona Diamondbacks. It is the Boston Red Sox. They are 29-32 at home this season, which is shocking to see. So I did put it in my analysis. There's a number of different great plays you can look at in this one. You can take the Diamondbacks on the money line. You can look to take the over on the run total. Both these pitchers do have above a 4.0 ERA. The play that I love the most is on Ryan Nelson tonight with his strikeouts. This Boston Red Sox team strikes out more than most teams in baseball. They are 3rd among all teams for most strikeouts. When you look at games that they play at night, they're 2nd in baseball with the most strikeouts. So with that being said, Ryan Nelson has been on a roll with his strikeouts. He's had 6 or more in his last 4 starts. His line is only at 4.5 today, which definitely feels like an opportunity. I would encourage everyone to take the over on Ryan Nelson at 4.5 strikeouts. He will get 5 or more tonight.
All right. Well, that would be good things for the Diamondbacks, we hope. All right. So what else you got?
So other pick tonight is going to be on the Phoenix Mercury and the Atlanta Dream game. These two teams just played a couple of nights ago in Atlanta. The game today is also in Atlanta. And Atlanta really dominated for the most part that first game. The Phoenix Mercury, they have a lot of talent, but they're going through a bit of a rough patch right now, just given some of the injuries that they're struggling with. It's causing a lot of their, aging players, the Diana Taurasi's, the Brittany Griners, they're playing more minutes than they normally would. And what happens over time is you just kind of run out of gas. And looking at this last matchup, the Dream outscored the Mercury in the 4th quarter, 24-15. They out-rebounded them by 14 rebounds. On the offensive glass, they beat them 16 rebounds to 3. So these were just huge indications to me that the Mercury are just, tired. They're trying to make things work with players that they signed to a training camp roster. I mean, they're not their typical, starters. So the conditions are very, very similar to how they were on Wednesday. Look for the Dream to win again. You can take them on the money line. They are priced as an underdog.
All right, so there you have it. Ryan Nelson over 4.5 strikeouts. Atlanta Dream on the money line. Go to 1580thefanatic.com. Scroll down on the right. Click on Beat the Buzzer.
Beat the buzzer. Beat the buzzer.
I'm looking right at it. It says Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen. I'm just really tired today. By the way, are we going to talk about this now? We're allowed to talk about this now, aren't we? I think, didn't Radio Ron say we could talk? Hey, Radio Ron. Can we talk about this? He's listening on the thing. Can we talk about this now? Can we tell everybody about this now?
Should we do it?
Can we talk about it? He's like on a probably a minute delay listening on the phone over there.
Here we go. Now we got it.
All right. So Beat the Book with Dylan Cohen is no longer going to be on the Daily Blender because he's getting his own show. He's going to get his own show starting September 3rd, the day after Labor Day. At 2 p.m. With Keon right before the Daily Blender, 2 p.m.
So anyone
So
that's looking to get some inspiration for those picks.
So the show is going to be basically now just you talking about 3 bets.
3 bets and whatever filler we come up with. We'll keep it interesting and we'll keep the good picks coming.
Well, Keon's on the show, right?
Yeah.
There'll be nonstop talking.
So we named his show Without
Someone will talk,
Interruption
yeah.
because on Saturday he doesn't get interrupted. Because if you don't interrupt him, it's going to be Keon Rose without interruption. So you just have to be. This is my tip for you. Go ahead and interrupt every now and then. You're going to have
Or
to.
you'll never talk.
Yeah, you'll
It's
never
okay.
get a
You'll
chance.
never talk.
I'll make sure to grab the reins.
Taser would be good.
So we know what you're doing because you're a betting expert guy. What's Keon doing?
Keon is very vital to this, and definitely want to give him a chance to
Like
speak
what
here.
not to do in betting?
No.
What's
no.
his role?
Keon is the conductor of the train. Believe it or not, he is going to help just keep everything organized, keep us on track, make sure I don't get off on too much of a tangent on any one thing.
He doesn't do that on this show.
Well, that's
impossible to
because
do on this show.
Jeffrey, you wouldn't let anyone do that on this show.
I would love for someone to try.
Yeah, that would be very fun. I'm sure that would end well for me. No, it's like the home
would
run
definitely
derby.
end.
I'm just lobbing pitches up, so Dylan can hit them. That's the
All
plan.
right.
here.
Well, until then, we'll talk to you again on Monday and get your betting advice and stuff until the show actually starts up in September. But congratulations on that. We look forward to hearing it.
Thank you, appreciate it.
888-368-1580. Well, hang around, Dylan. You can have a sandwich or something.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, you're going to because I got to talk to somebody else on that headset soon. You can't just stay there. You can stay there for now.
No, but anyone else that's coming on down to Dave and Buster's, you'll see me right out front whenever you walk in. I would love to meet you, so come on down and come hang out.
That's
Come
right.
Check out the party.
Yep. And of course, looking forward to meeting Lost Toby because Lost Toby is going to
Lost
fill
Toby
you
and
in
I
on his
have,
using AI to bet strategies.
Very much looking forward to that conversation.
You're not
So-
worried about getting replaced by like a robot?
No. AI is a tool that we are going to use to our
No,
advantage.
Ralph is a tool. We're talking about AI
Oh my God!
replacing you as a robot. By the way, speaking of sandwiches, I had a crispy chicken sandwich and it was really good.
It looked really good.
You guys should get some food.
Did look good.
Ralph doesn't need any.
I'm good.
Oh, that's right. Ralph
Why are you
is,
trying to kill me?
I mean, you've been on the show long enough.
Yeah.
to-
Thanks.
But anyways, yeah, the food here is always good. And I thought I was just going to get a little crispy chicken sandwich, but I got some garlic fries and it was like the sauce was really good. Like this honey mustard sort of sauce. It was really good stuff. Everybody's going to have to tell me what they're eating when they eat. I know everybody just ordered here a little bit ago. So by the way, do you play fantasy football?
I have in the past. I prefer the pick'em contest, quite frankly. And once sports betting became a thing, my time with fantasy was done. So,
Yeah, no more fantasy. It's all about reality.
exactly.
Getting some money. I'm not that brave, so I love fantasy football. I'm not gonna risk my house on. Although I'm really good at picking, but I'm scared that all that grid picking will just go away the minute there's money on it.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at this beautiful blender trophy here, and it does make me kind of think twice about my stance right now on fantasy football. How did
Like
this
Ralph,
thing
you'd
come
have
about?
like Ralph, you'd have no chance.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
vicious.
No, that is the Premier League trophy, and actually, this is Moist ones from 2020, and we have another plaque coming for 2022. He's won it 2 times. Everybody gets their own trophy, and I realized something about this trophy. When we always get the trophy, I paint the body. The wife decorates the inside with the fish and stuff. It's like the logo of the Daily Blender, and I didn't realize it until after we had finished it. Most of the time, a blender is sort of like this. This one is just straight up and down,
Yeah.
like it hasn't gone through puberty yet or something. And it's just,
Black and Decker way.
yeah, it's.
Does it work?
Oh, yeah, it works. Just you don't want to turn it on when it's got all these glass pebbles in
Well,
it.
it'd be fun to see what happens.
Probably kill a few people in the room if you do that.
Have you ever won the
Including
league
yourself.
I have, yeah. It's been a long time.
Like-
It's been a while.
before 2000? Was that when you won? Like 1995?
No,
Wow.
It was
Straight
about
finals.
7 or 8 years ago.
So you're doing all this talk and you haven't even won recently.
I am always in the top 4.
You're just like Ralph. You guys are all
he's
talk.
not just like Ralph.
Yeah, I've actually won something.
Okay,
I've
yeah,
won
that's
and
fair.
have. And I've won other fantasy. In fact, last year I helped out another league, and I, as Mr. McGiblets, I won that league. So actually, I did win a league last year, just not my own. I don't know why, but yeah, Moist One's got it twice. Ziggy got it last year, but he was out of town, so we're making him a nice blender trophy too. But you have to win the league you're in to get into the Premier League to win one of these.
That's not hard. Ralph's in my league. It's not hard to win when Ralph's my competition.
By the way, I was. Now I'm not. Somebody took over the commissioner team in that league, so
Did
I'm
they?
out. Yeah, so I'm not playing in that league with you guys.
Who took?
I don't know, some guy.
You gave it to some guy?
I don't know.
We
Just
gave it
some-
to one of the
You gave
listeners.
my league to some guy?
It's not your league. You're in my league.
No, it's my league.
It's the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League.
No.
But it's the Weekend Warrior edition, so it's our league.
It's been invaded by the Weekend
This
Warriors.
needs to have a
It's-
conversation.
It's not even
This
filled
is a
with your
conversation.
people.
We're gonna
This
have
is
to
a
take this off air.
This is off air.
You only have 4 or 5 people in there. The
This is
rest is
off air.
Blender listeners.
It's
we'll
like
talk about it later.
it's like the mayor of a city complaining that he doesn't run the entire state. Your league
Yeah.
is a city in the state
What do you
of the
mean I
Daily
can't
Blender
call out the
Fantasy
National
Football
Guard?
League.
Look, I don't even know who you are anymore. You're on so many shows. I'm not really sure who you are.
I wear a lot of
That's a
different
good
hats. What's the problem with that?
Well, that's Randy right there. You know Randy.
You only got so much head for that hat.
Excuse me?
They don't wear them all at
Wow.
the same time, Ralph.
Your head's not that big.
There's a sentence you don't need to say again.
Do you ever do home run bets?
I do. And
What do you like tonight for the D-backs?
Corbin Carroll, quite
Corbin
frankly.
Carroll or
and,
Jock?
and honestly, that's, you look at the odds and you look at where Corbin Carroll's typically priced, and it's, it's a nice price, but he's never among the more likely home run hitters in the game. But the guy's just been hot lately. Definitely love Jock as well. He's, brought some good power. And we all know, how much Fenway Park, that is a very hitter friendly stadium. So
I think Jock homers easily.
Sure, he's the next Dodger. That's why.
Oh, stop it.
Why else?
my whole thing this month has been Jake McCarthy RBIs. He's
Oh,
very
that's a good one.
very below the radar, like among the leaders in all of baseball right now, and runs batted in. Got things back on track in the Marlins series. So just been a really reliable source of hitting right now for the D-backs. That's another guy to look at.
When do you guys play a real team? It's been a while.
Oh, we played them tonight, the Red Sox.
No, a real team. You haven't
Yeah.
played a real team in a while.
The Red Sox have a winning record.
Okay, what are they? 1 game over? 2 games over?
Ralph, do we need to bring Christian Walker back to Dodger
We do.
Stadium? Is that
Yeah,
is
we
that
do.
what you
Bring
want?
it back right now. Bring it back.
A little sweat just went down his side.
Well,
Let's
they're
go to the
playing in a
text
few
line.
days.
Berg says, hey, Warrior League. It's like the USL. Easy. Maybe even better than USL. Maybe better than Premier League. Team Ralph, he says.
Also, the Red Sox
Silver
are
Pops.
eight
Sorry?
games above 500. Ralph.
Yeah.
Keon, don't fact check me on there.
Always fact check him on the air.
Keon, I like you as a producer.
Silver Pop says, good afternoon, guys. So, Keon, congratulations on getting into that 2 p.m. slot. Well, it's Keon and Dylan Cohen. He says, since you and the guy with the NPR voice are doing 2 p.m. now, and Ralph's show is moving to Sundays, will you still be hosting without interruption on Saturdays?
I will still be hosting without interruption on Saturdays. You don't have to be that mean.
Nobody has to be
was
that
funny.
mean. Moislin says, Ralph has my full support to turn on that blender as long as he holds his face near it.
Oh,
Wow.
Who's that?
That's Moislin. It's his blender. Baker's Cocky Hen says, is the Better You Bet show going away completely or just losing an hour? Because I'd sure rather listen to Dylan and Keon break things down than I got semi Obermafe any
the
day.
long novels that they tell on that show.
Yeah, I don't even know what that word. That must be somebody's name.
In that guy's voice too. My goodness.
Hurry Harry says, I just joined and heard Ralph. Oh, it's going to be a great show.
Wow,
Go
thanks,
Seahawks.
Henry. Go Hawks.
Lost Toby says passing touchdowns are at 4 points, not 6. Really?
No, I think they're at 6 in this league.
I think in
Go check.
our league it's 6.
I looked at the settings. I thought I saw 6.
I don't know. I probably should check those before
It's
the
kind of
season
important.
starts.
Yeah.
I got time.
No, you really don't.
Fish Tank says Justin Jefferson. I can change the settings anytime I want.
Okay.
Justin Jefferson is completely undraftable to me with the hell that is the Vikings quarterback room.
I agree.
And then Donnie, Justin Jefferson, #1.
Sure, Donnie.
Delicious says, this ain't my first rodeo, Jeffrey. I'm on my way over there. LFG. This is not a rodeo, just so you know in advance. This
There
is
are no
nothing like a
livestock,
rodeo.
Other than Ralph, there's no livestock in the
Wow.
room.
It's
Yeah.
the inside
You too,
of a,
huh?
I mean,
Wow.
if you want to get a rope and ride Ralph around the room, we'll let you. We'll see how long you can hang on. But
Pippi has the rope.
how many seconds? It's anybody's guess.
Ralph, you are abused.
Very so, yeah.
Kyle
Oh,
G
please.
says, sorry, I can't be there tonight, guys. Family stuff going on, but I'm sneakily listening in anyway. So have a drink for me. You got it, buddy. NFL Blitzer says, hey, Ralph, I got Mahomes in the 3rd round for work league. That's what I'm saying. You don't do that in the first
Not
round.
in this league, I'm telling you. He'll be gone in the 1st round.
We're going to just super examine everything you do every week in that league.
Go ahead.
You say that
we
now.
do anyway. I mean, what does it
You
matter?
say that now. Bat Flipper says, I'm looking at Randy in the first row of the Trump convention. No, Randy's on the show right here. He's actually here on the show.
Yeah. Hi.
Taco Kenny says, hey, Ralphie boy.
Yes.
Go Lakers, go Raiders,
There
go
you
Dodgers.
Go Raiders.
Hey, that's his team.
All right, I'll be nice. Go Raiders. You got Minshew starting now, so have fun.
Zay says, I love Friday shows. They get weird fast. Yeah, that's most any day, to be honest.
yeah, but Fridays are special. They get a different kind of weird.
What's that? Ralph is special? No, we know. That's part of our.
No.
All right, let's take a break.
With my wife right there and my son right there, let's keep talking about Ralph.
No, she knows.
She knows.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not telling anybody anything she don't know. It's a Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years to Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called Select Quote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with Select Quote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call Select Quote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
So what did the doctor say?
He said I might need surgery.
Wow, it's that serious.
Well, we won't know for sure until I talk with the surgeon, but I'm lost. This is all new to me.
The decision to have surgery isn't easy, but neither is living with pain.
There is an alternative to surgery. At the Naturopathic Physicians Group in Scottsdale, our doctors are experts in full spectrum care using a natural approach and can restore pain-free joint function so you can avoid surgery. Patients come in for a variety of issues, including joint pain, chronic conditions, and issues specific to men's and women's health. We also help restore balance in immune, digestive, and hormone systems, which often improves both immediate physical symptoms and also improves cognition and emotional stability. So when traditional medicine suggests you need surgery, how about taking another approach? Call Naturopathic Physicians Group at 480-451-6161. That's 480-451-6161. Or go to naturopathicgroup.com.
1580 The Fanatic.
And at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, and I just had a pretty good question about our Daily Blender fantasy football leagues. Navy Brad and Scratch Me Because came up, and Scratch Me Because said, "Hey, in the fantasy football league, is that you?" And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "It is Jeffco." No, okay. So here's what I have to explain. We have 14 teams and the Premier League in the Daily Blender fantasy football leagues. So I am the commissioner of every single one of those leagues. So in those leagues, I then co-team with a listener. And so I'm not running the team. That is never me playing you unless you're in the Premier League or unless I just like last year happened to fill in. This year, it's all listeners. So if you think it's me, it's not me. It's the other guy running that team.
So, okay, they run the team, but you're the commissioner.
Yes.
That's the part I was missing.
Yeah, I make sure all the settings are right. I make sure that trades, that nobody's doing sneaky trades and little collusion type things. And then the other person who's on doing the team, they name the team, they run the team, they pick the players, they draft everything, and then it's all them. So
that makes sense.
Every year I get somebody heckling me, "I'm going to whoop your ass." I'm like, "You're really not," because I'm not there right now. That's not me. So, all right, 888-368-1580. Is everybody, by the way, why did Neil name his team like Amish Assassin or something like that? Or what was it?
The Amish, did he really?
Something like that. Something like that.
Have you met Neil?
He's a weird guy.
Seem
Him and Ralph both. They're both interesting characters.
I know he's a weird guy.
Weird's a good word.
But I didn't know the Amish thing. So does he just need help with a fantasy football name or something?
I just think he needs help in general.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me he thought of something like that.
Have you guys considered medication?
I think the medication stopped working.
I got you.
So
who's his football team? Who's he a fan
he's
of?
a Packers fan because he lived in Green Bay for a little while.
So I went through and I got a list of every single NFL team and with a possible fantasy football team name that you could attach to it.
Okay.
So let me see here for the Packers. The only good ones I saw, by the way, there's a lot of bad ones. So I just picked some good ones, and even this isn't great. The Green Bay, this is also a way you can tell your team's not going to be that good this year.
Okay.
That there's no real clever fantasy football names involved with your players. Green Bay Packers, I got the Love Boat for Jordan Love and Cheesehead Champions. That was probably the worst.
Really?
The worst bunch I could find on that. So that's nothing that Neil could use.
You didn't use AI though. That's your problem.
No, I just searched and saw what other people were doing.
What'd you find for Seahawks?
We suck.
Wow.
No, hold on. Let me see.
All our fans are bandwagon fans.
Yeah. Geez, our jerseys are ugly.
You guys are something else.
All right, so for Seahawks, How I Metcalf Your Mother.
Whoa.
I
like that. That's awesome. I kind of like that.
That sounds a little dirty for some reason.
It
kinda like
does.
it.
How I Metcalf Your Mother.
I'm changing my team name.
Lock It Like It's Hot, and
Good.
then Legion of Boom. That was it.
Those are good.
Well, like you couldn't really do anything with Geno Smith.
No.
There's nothing really. Geno's Pizza. I don't know.
What are the Cardinals like? Mighty midgets or what?
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. There wasn't much for the Cardinals.
There still isn't.
Natural Born Kylers.
Oh,
Somebody has that name in one of our leagues.
Oh.
Cobra Kyler.
Oh.
That's not
Better.
Thrill Murray. Like Bill Murray. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's not great. It's not great.
That's weak.
So if you're a Falcons fan, we have any Falcons fans? Kissing Cousins.
Gross.
To Infinity and
No.
Bajan.
That's good.
Bajan with the Wind.
Okay.
Bajan Mustard.
Okay.
And Pits and Giggles.
Pits and Giggles.
That's not too bad. That'd probably be the one I'd go with. Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, here we go.
Lights, Camera, Jackson. It's just really not very. Yeah. Dude, where's my Lamar? Dude, where's Lamar? That's it.
Dude, where's my car?
There's no other good ones unless Raven Kid knows any from his team. They're any good.
Lamar Jackson's nickname is Action.
I can't hear
Jackson.
him over his cop stash. I can't. I just can't. Sorry, what was that, Keon?
Hope he doesn't pull his piece out.
I was saying Lamar Jackson's nickname is Action Jackson. Why wouldn't that just be a name?
Yeah, that makes sense. Right? That's a good one.
Yeah, Action Jackson would work. For the Buffalo Bills, since you are demanding Josh Allen, or you'll pull the advertising
It's a
away from
demand.
1580 The Fanatic.
Yes.
Allen, the family.
Okay.
Vaughn in 60 seconds. Miller time. That's it. That team's not going to be very good this year.
How do you say?
I'm just saying,
because you just don't like them because they're in your division, right?
nothing to do with it.
And
Okay.
they're not.
Nothing
They're
to do
not.
with it.
They're not in the same division.
Oh, they're not. I'm sorry. How about the Chiefs?
Chiefs?
I got Chiefs.
I don't know. Hold on. Do we even need to talk about the Panthers?
Nobody does.
Bryce,
No.
Bryce, baby. Bryce
good.
Almighty.
Bryce,
the
Bryce,
Bryce
baby.
is right.
That's good.
Those are shockingly good names for how
Yeah,
bad that
I
team
like
is.
those.
Yeah.
That team is going to be so bad. The Bears, Caleb Thrilliums. They really stretched on that one.
That's a reach.
Stick with Monsters of the Midway. Let's see. Cincinnati Bengals. Is that what you're asking for?
No, Chiefs.
Oh, well, hold on. That's down here. I got to change the page for
A
that.
random texter. He needs Chiefs.
Where's the Chiefs?
They didn't do Chiefs. They were not worth it.
Hold on a second. Oh, it's under K for Kansas City.
Oh,
All right. Sherlock Mahomes.
makes sense.
No, this is Patrick.
That's funny.
No, this is Patrick.
That's fun.
Game of Mahomes.
Okay.
Truth and Kelsey Quinces. And then it goes, there were a lot of Taylor Swift ones.
Oh gosh.
You Belong with Kelsey
Oh,
and the
no.
Shake It offense. Yeah, I would stick with Sherlock Mahomes.
Yeah.
That's probably the best bet there. So
Game Mahomes. Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengals, if you're a fan of them, it's the Burrito Bowl, Burrito Bowl. That didn't work.
No.
No.
You're on borrowed time. Slim Shiesty, because he's doing that thing. And then Tiger Kings. I don't know. Those weren't very good for them. The Browns, I just hate the Browns. I don't care about them. In the Chub. Rub a Chub.
No.
Hot Chub Chime Machine.
No.
Chubby Chasers.
No.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I don't like them. I didn't see any. I
Those
don't
are
like.
bad.
It's bad. Dallas Cowboys, Keon.
all right.
The boys are Dak in town. Hit me with your Prescott. Dak Street Boys. I'll be Dak. Prescott, your luck. Oh, my aching Dak. Dak to the future. Silence of the Lambs. CD's nuts. And Zeke and Destroy.
Wow. See these nuts?
Yeah.
That's funny. That is funny. I like that one.
Oh my gosh.
And hit me with your Prescott. That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
too.
that was. Hit me with your Prescott. For the Denver Broncos, Big Nick's Energy.
Oh, geez.
Hooked on Bonix.
Oh, no.
And High Mile Magic.
That one just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Hooked on
But
bonus.
it just sounds like it should be on an
Yeah.
X-rated version of this show.
Yeah, exactly.
No, don't worry. We got some dirty ones.
Oh, no.
For the Lions, it was not really great. I'm about to go Goff. Get Goff my lawn. Goff and running. Goff to the races. Shake it, Goff. Baby back Gibbs. That was probably the best one for the Lions.
Baby back.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't it be like the kneecappers? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point. I'd call them the kneecappers. You're right. Green Bay Packers. We did that. Houston Texans in my division, so to hell with them. But two's company, three's a Stroud. Stroudy with a chance of deep balls.
Whoa.
Stroud and proud.
No.
Diggs in a blanket. And dude, you're getting Adele for Tank Dell.
No, I like that one actually.
I don't even want. We're not doing the Colts.
I want to hear the Colts.
No, they're
Come
no
on,
good.
let's
They're
hear
no.
them.
I got the only thing I saw was AR-15, but then
That's
Anthony,
good.
But nobody's the number 5. So what's with the 15?
Still, that's
Yeah,
creative.
that was like a
Dang.
college thing.
For the one Colt fan out there, that's pretty good.
If he was an AR-15, you just get pistol whipped because he's not going to throw a bullet at you. Then horseshoe heroes. That's it.
Oh, it's horrible.
It is. It's bad. If you're a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, they're bad too. Long arm of the Lawrence in order,
Oh.
Lawrence Legend, Golden Locks, Duval Dynasty. It was bad.
Yeah.
It's just so bad. I know we got Raider fans. So for the Raiders, it's not great because you don't have a quarterback. Devontae's Inferno, Adams Family, Jacoby Kenobi. Their only really good one I saw was Bourbon Myers. That was it. It was bad.
Yeah, it's not great.
Los Angeles Chargers. No, they all suck. Their Chark Attack was it. That was it for you. I knew that was for you, Randy. Because I know you like DJ Chark. I'm not. See, that's what I was trying to avoid. I think my favorite one is for Tua Tagovailoa on the Miami Dolphins. Hawk Tua.
No. That's awesome.
Oh no,
that's amazing.
I'm not gonna lie.
For-
I was really hoping someone was gonna come up with that one. That was funny.
For Keon, since you like the music, just the two us or Tua Lipa. I don't know who she is, but
yeah, she's a
I
pop
knew
star.
you'd like that. For the Rams, Stafford infection.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
No way.
Inglorious Staffords.
That's not
There
bad.
you go.
What about the Vikings?
Hawkinson Loogies. Hawktoberfest. You could also do a Hawk 2 with that one, too.
Yeah.
And then Minnesota Maulers. They didn't have very many good ones because you got Sam Damn Darnold. There's nothing under Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
If you want to know your team, and I didn't tell you, just ask, but I think I have had enough of this. Oh, CK wants to hear about the 49ers one. Let's see if I can get this quick enough. There's a lot of Christian McCaffrey ones. Let's see. Zero Dark Purdy, Run CMC, Christian Mingle, C Mac and Cheese, Finding Debo. This is my favorite of all of them. Ayuk for Brandon Ayuk, if you still have
I like
him.
that one too.
Kill Corn and Kittles and Bits. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Former CIA officer Jason Hansen here. As someone who's dedicated my life to protecting people, I know the importance of guarding what matters most. Right now, with global instability and the dollar's declining value, that means securing your financial assets with gold. For me, I trust Advantage Gold with my own investments. Give them a call at 800-900-8000 for a 100% free gold guide. Again, call Advantage Gold now at 800-900-8000 today.
Paid for by Advantage Gold. Performance may vary. Past performance is not indicated for future results. Always consult your financial and tax professional.
Guess what, people? Wendy's has new saucy nugs. You heard me. Wendy's nugs now come in 7 saucy flavors. Buffalo, honey barbecue, garlic parm, spicy ghost pepper. You can literally hear your taste buds after every bite. I'm serious. Listen to mine. Okay, that's just me playing with sound effects, but you got the idea. For a whole new way to nug, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's. Getting behind the wheel after drinking could change your world. Bobby here had a great time at the party and thought he was good to drive home. Now, Bobby's facing jail time, an upset wife, disappointed parents, and up to a $10,000 fine. It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
The road to better health leads to my longtime friends, Dr. William Gaspar and his wife Ava at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. JD Hayworth here, and the buzz about Beehive is spelled out in its middle name. IV. Not only are today's popular treatments available, IV hydration, joint injections, semaglutide for weight loss, as well as many more, it's also the Gaspar's holistic naturopathic approach that helps your body with self-healing. That means treating the underlying causes of chronic disease, from chronic fatigue to fibromyalgia, even those dealing with Lyme disease and lupus. The experienced medical staff designs a customized plan for each patient. So walk in or make an appointment today. Mention my name, JD Hayworth, get half off your first treatment. Better health awaits you at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. Search Beehive IV Wellness on your cell phone. And remember, you'll thrive at Beehive.
Hey, son, what you doing?
Looking around for jobs, offices, 9 to 5. I don't want anything boring.
You know, Brian's son is in the Phoenix Police Academy. Pretty sure he's not bored.
I never thought of that.
Check out joinphxpd.com and take a look.
Over 80 specialty details like detective and canine handler. What else? Dignitary protection, 911 operator? They have aviation and dive team jobs?
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite.
Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
Let me people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room. Got Ralph from Harmon Solar with us out here, and Mr. AZ Sports as well. And, of course, you guys, the Fourth Dimension, out here at Dave & Buster's in the Tempe Marketplace. Everybody, it's a shame that Randy and Keon can't be here, but can you all say hello? Can you all say hi for Randy? Can we hear? Keon.
Hi.
There you go. Say hi to Keon too, would you? I don't know.
Hey guys.
I don't know if you could hear him or not.
No one wanted to say hi to Keon.
No, they did. They did. That guy did.
One guy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take
one
that.
out of the 40 people.
Be nice to Keon.
Okay, I will.
All right. So here's what's going on out here at the Dave & Buster's, the Tempe Marketplace, broadcasting Blender live until 6 p.m. Then we're going to hang out. We're going to have a bite to eat. And then at 7 p.m., we'll draft the Daily Blender Fantasy Football League. So come on out, bring your laptops, bring your phones. Some people said that the NFL app, the phone is a really good way to draft. So, I personally would double load up with it, everything. Have a computer, have a phone, be ready to hotspot. Although, once again, the internet here at Dave & Buster's is solid. Everybody is saying it's solid here. So, by the way, Radio Ron is here. So is Dylan Cohen from Beat the Book. And they are going to make sure you have a name tag with your text or nickname on it, which has come in handy, except for I'm old and I can't see that far. But so far, since we've been here, we got T-Licious in the house, Chief Skull and Mrs. Chief Skull, and a bunch of other people we will say hi to here in a bit. But listen, you come in here, you get your name tag, but also you get a remote ticket. You get a ticket. You get a drawing ticket, a raffle ticket, and we got a lot of stuff to give away. We're going to do a drawing. You have to be here to win. So we're going to do a drawing after 6 o'clock when the show is over, and we can just be obnoxious, which really, I guess, what is the difference, right? Yeah. But at 6, we'll do the drawing, and here's what's up for grabs. We have a couple of $25 gift certificates to Miracle Mile Deli. We got a couple of $25 gift cards to Willie's Taco Joint. We have a $50 gift card to the Uncommon in Chandler. We got a $50 gift card for Urban Agave in Glendale. And we got a $10 coupons for Dave & Buster's and a bunch of 1-hour sessions to Lumberjacks. You go over there and do some axe throwing. Have you ever thrown the axes?
I never have.
I haven't either, but I want to. I want to throw one at Ralph.
Most people do.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
that is a homicide. That's just a homicide.
yeah, I think
You
they
just-
might throw you out.
You've just put the evidence on radio and YouTube. That's just you just planned a murder. I don't
Fair.
be a little more subtle
So-
with that one.
Listen, we've been doing the fantasy football drafts at Dave & Buster's for a couple of years now. This is our third year, I think. And this is a great place to have a party and do your draft. So if you haven't done your draft yet, you might want to think about this. Go to dnbparty.com. That's dnbparty.com. And you do your draft party at Dave & Buster's here in Tempe. You get 3 hours of free room rental, a free draft kit, plus 20% off food and non-alcoholic beverages. So again, that's dnbparty.com. So hoping you'll join us. Come on out here and say hi, have a bite to eat, have a drink, and hang out. Let's get to the text line real fast, see what's going on over here. Silver Pop says, Jeffrey, all the time Randy has been on assignment these last couple of weeks. Is that code for being on the campaign trail for Donald Trump? Randy, have you been on the campaign trail for Donald Trump?
I have not. There is no truth to that rumor whatsoever. Next question.
Okay. Taco Kenny says Tempe traffic is a trucker getting there. Can I please get a cold one? No, not while you're driving. No, don't give it to him while he's driving.
Oh,
I
sorry.
mean, it is imaginary, so I guess you can crack it open and let him imagine what it'll be like
You
when he
make
gets
up your
here.
mind. All right.
Sorry. Lacrosse guy says So I was in an argument with my wife about me being in 3 fantasy leagues the other day. And I'm like, well, the Blender League is free. And she's like, oh, is that the dumb text-in show?
Oh, wow.
I said, it's not dumb. These guys are actually listening to me and they care about me. You should try it once in a while. I feel like we just walked in the middle of something I don't want to be in the middle of.
It's like when your parents are arguing, you'll just turn around and go back to the kitchen now. Make yourself a sandwich and try to forget.
Just going to back away slowly on that one. CK says, let's hear the Niners. Oh, I did that. He says, as a Niner fan, he just remembered when they were asked. That was yesterday. Raven Kid says he's got some King Henry's Court, Super Lamario World, Harbaugh So Hard. Was that for the Chargers?
No, it's the Ravens.
They've got the other Harbaugh.
Harbaugh So Hard.
They've got the normal Harbaugh. Yeah, I keep forgetting that you have the boring Harbaugh. Yeah,
the boring Harbaugh.
Boring,
Big George.
normal. What's the difference?
Yeah, Mr. AZ Sports Fan says Big George. Great news that Ryan Nelson will stay in the rotation. Jordan Montgomery is demoted to the bullpen. Question: do you think Jordan will be able to make the jog from the bullpen to the mound?
That's really bad.
He's giggling, George.
That's really bad. I'm very happy that Torey Lovella made the right decision, but already Jordan's already complaining about it at that.
Random texter says Obi-Wan Mahomes and Country Road take Mahomes.
That's good.
That's good.
I like that one.
Wouldn't it
That's
be
very John Denver.
Obi-Wan Mahomey? Why?
Obi-Wan Mahomey.
The Mahomes
that'd be
part
good.
just doesn't sound as catchy. I don't know.
Mahomey.
Yeah, he agrees. Fish Tank says the Uber will be there in 8 minutes, boys. Smashing a beer and I'm heading over. That's how you drink and ride. You don't drink and drive.
Exactly.
That's why I remember last year Fish Tank had it all sorted out with an Uber.
That's smart.
Moist One says if you draft Jackson Smith and Jigba and Jared Goff. Yeah, I'm not reading that, Moist One.
Yes.
We already know where you're going with that. Lost Toby says, Dylan Cohen, give me an AI segment. Well, yeah, you know what? He's got a show every day.
Yeah.
You'll have to take that up with him when you see him here. Chosen One says, hey, Jeffco, what's your ideal pick at 6? That's realistic. Maybe Breece Hall? No. I mean, I thought about Breece Hall, but I don't want to say.
If he's healthy.
I don't want to say. Because what if somebody at 5 takes what I want?
Who's at 5?
I don't even remember.
He's not going to say.
I think Hall at the 6 is a good pick if you can get him. If he's there, he might go earlier than 6.
I don't think I'd take Hall.
Oh, what? Really?
Wow.
No, I actually have a plan. I have an idea of who I am looking to take, but I am hesitant to say it.
So it's not McCaffrey. It's not Hall. It's not Lamb.
Not
Process of elimination here. Maybe it's Justin Jefferson.
It's Anthony Richardson.
It is definitely not Anthony Richardson.
It's Kyler Murray. I knew it.
You know, I would maybe 3rd round him.
Would you?
Maybe when the stupid people start taking the quarterbacks too soon, that is one that I might grab.
I think he has a big year.
He has a big ear.
There's nothing big about Kyler. That's ridiculous.
Did you say he has a big ear?
I think he's got a big year.
Oh, it's hard for my brain to put those words together in a sentence. So that's why I just sort of deconstructed it when you so did you say, oh, this was funny, I'm gonna go home and tell my wife you were joking, and the guy said that Kyler Murray's gonna have a big year. Oh my god. Oh, was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, were you serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's good that you believe that. I mean, it goes with your name, Mr. AZ Sports. Good.
They're gonna win 8 to 10 games.
Sure.
Okay, to be honest, you're probably right as long as he doesn't get injured. And actually, Keon and I, like I've said before, we've sort of gone through the schedule and looked at it. And as they say in the South, bless your heart, you'll probably get 10 to 11 games is what we're saying.
Until he gets
10
hurt?
to 11 wins for the Cardinals, as long as Kyler Murray doesn't get hurt.
Wins.
Yes.
Wins.
Okay, so what are we betting on that? Because that's ridiculous.
I'm betting nothing, but Mr. AZ Sports has got you covered.
10 to 11. Really, Keon, really?
10 to 11, depending. And a lot of this, it wasn't so much about the Cardinals. It was about the teams you're playing.
Well, because they have the 4th place schedule.
Yeah. Like that's part of it.
Okay.
And they were
But at
very
this-
they were very scrappy
They
last
have
year.
no
so they played
defense.
easier competition. That's not true.
Really?
It's not a great defense, but I think that to say they have no defense is just a different thing entirely, and I don't agree with that.
Well, you're allowed to your opinion, but they have no defense. They don't-
Ralph says
They
you're
do
allowed to your
have a-
opinion, but I
they
don't
do
think he
very
really
much
means it.
have a defense. It was
No, they
one of
really
the-
don't.
It was one of the things that kept them in games last year. But the fact is that when you can't keep your offense on the field, eventually your defense wears down, which is why they were so good in the first half of games as a defense, but they struggle in the second half.
Who's been telling you the same thing?
The Cardinals will have
That's
a
exactly
better
what I said.
will have a better year than the Seahawks for sure.
No, they won't.
Yes, they will.
Absolutely.
Yes, they will.
You're out of your mind.
The Seahawks are going to be the worst team in the division.
You're out of your mind. The sun is getting to you, Mr. Aces Sports. Out of your mind.
Yeah, you're right.
with-
No, I think he's right. I think the Seahawks will be the worst team in the division.
I want to bet on that.
You want to bet on everything.
I do. I want to bet
Get
on
this
that.
man a pen so he can keep track of all the things.
Keon's
that all
got
bet on.
a pen.
You're going to have to join the 2:00 show.
I'm going to sit here and tell you right now the Seahawks will have more wins and a better season than the Cardinals. Give me a break.
I already won a steak dinner off you once. We want to double it
You know
up.
what's funny?
Yeah.
So have I. Hey, Pippi, do you know he's going poor from all his steak dinner bets
Yeah,
over
but
here?
he lives in New Mexico, so he can never
Eventually,
come
I'm
over
coming
here
to collect.
Yeah, I mean,
My dinner is going to be a steak, and my appetizer is going to be a
Yeah.
steak. I'm ordering like 3 steaks.
at IHOP. I
His
know.
dessert is also going to be a steak,
Yeah.
just for those.
I
wondering.
get a nice restaurant steak. Mr.
He's
AZ
getting IHOP.
Sports, he gets the Denny's shoe leather.
We're going to Fleming's, and we're going to get 3 tomahawks.
You're going to Fleming's.
Fleming's.
Ralph will make you at IHOP.
I'll be at IHOP waiting for you when you're done at Fleming's. Anyway, no.
So I
come on.
finally got the draft order up, and here's a draft order for the Premier League. Moist One, who has won the damn league twice, has the first pick this year. That is just
He's going to take
That's
McCaffrey,
not a
and
good
he's
pick.
going to have a
But it's not
down year.
It's not a good pick.
Golden Rules. He's new to the Premier League. Got the 2 pick. Penisher has the 3 pick. Randy has the 4. Last year's champion Ziggy has the 5. I've got the 6, and then Keon has the 7. Berg is down there with the 9. Ralph has got the 10.
Every year.
Sweaty Pants has 12. So anyway, so before me is the guy who won the league last year. So I got to take him seriously. I don't know. Hey, Randy, who are you taking with your pick?
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to say anything.
But you're up before me, so I'm not going to hurt you.
Yeah, you're not gonna get me to say anything.
Damn it.
I know
We'll get
your
some
tricks,
advice.
O'Brien.
I'm not looking. I can't do anything from the 6. I can't hurt your draft. I'm talking first pick.
I can't do
I'll
anything
tell you.
from the 4 either.
All right, I'm going to tell you who it is. I'm going to tell you who I'll take at
Okay.
6. Just understanding that I already think I know who the people are that are going to be taken before I get there. And to me, Amon-Ra St. Brown would be he's going to be my first
good
pick
pick.
at 6.
That's a really good pick. I just got him at 8th in my draft that I'm doing right now. So I like that pick. I like him a lot. He's
I
just
got
got
to
to
get
stay
him
healthy.
before Keon does. Keon made a face like I think he was thinking
Well,
about him too.
I heard he tore his ACL today.
Keon tore his ACL today?
Oh, I'm all wrong.
No,
How did
he did
Keon
not.
tear his ACL? Keon, are you
Getting
okay?
up from the booth.
Can't tear what's already been torn. My knees are shot.
If he's not there, I would really consider taking Brees Hall. Hall's going to have a big year. I know you're not fond of that, but like Aaron Rodgers is 40. His arm's going to give out of it.
But I got Bijan Robinson right there.
He's going to go early.
You think he's going to go early, huh?
I think BJ goes early.
Not in early.
His name
No.
is Bijan.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Maybe Ziggy does that. I don't think he does though, because you got Christian McCaffrey and then CeeDee Lamb and Tyreek Hill. So there goes the top 3 picks in whatever order it goes at. Jamar Chase is going to be sitting there, and Justin Jefferson's going to be sitting there, and that's what Randy's going to be looking at, right? And
No, he's not.
I would imagine Ziggy will take the alternate of that. If you're right, somebody's going to pull down and get Robinson, then there you go. Amon-Ra St. Brown should still be there.
What am I looking at, Ralph? What am I looking at, Ralph?
What was that?
He wants you to
said-
guess what he's looking at.
You want Tyreek Hill
I want Tyreek Hill.
He won't be there for Randy.
He's not going to be there.
at 4?
He's not going to be there for Randy.
I don't think
He's going to go a 1 and 2, 1 or 2.
He
1,
could
2,
be there
3.
at 4.
I doubt it.
You never know.
I think.
Well,
I don't
Randy,
think
if
Tyreek
he's
makes
there,
it out of the
he'll
30.
take him. What's that?
I was saying I don't think that Tyreek Hill makes it out of the top 3.
I don't think Tyreek Hill makes it out top 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's 1 and 2 is Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill. A lot of leagues, Tyreek will go first. A lot of leagues, Christian will go first. Yeah, I think you're out of your mind if you're not taking Christian McCaffrey first, no matter what.
I disagree with you. I think Tyreek Hill will have a better
You're worried
year.
about little calf boo-boo. He's played with worse and done well.
He's
I'm not worried about
He's
it.
missed seasons with worse.
No, way worse. I mean, when I say worse, I don't mean way
Can
worse.
we trade picks?
How many?
No.
How
There's got to
many?
be a way
why
we
would
can
I
trade.
want
I want to be
10?
able to trade up and down. There's got to be a way to do it.
How many years do we see the number
Can I
one?
give you 2 for a 1?
Talk to Randy. Maybe he'll trade for it.
No,
What does Ralph have that you might want, Randy?
nothing.
A lot.
Do you have a boat?
Nothing.
Do you have a boat?
I've got a little boat.
No,
You know
okay,
what they
don't
say
give
about
it
a
to us.
boat owner? The happiest 2 days of a boat owner's life when he gets one and when he sells it.
That's so true.
Well, all right. Well, I don't know what you're worried about, Ralph. At 10, Josh Allen will be there. Nobody's going to take that from you. The Berg isn't going to take it from you. Thundar's Barbarians. Keon might do it just to be that way.
Just to piss me off.
Just to be that way.
I did consider it. I'm not going to lie to you.
See, there you go.
It
There we
crossed
go.
my mind. Just because it would be funny.
It wouldn't be fun.
Because it just
It would
the only problem with taking Josh Allen there is that I can't see your face when it's happening. Because if I could see you, like if we were both drafting tonight and I could see you, that would be perfect. That'd be beautiful.
Serial killers say sometimes, you know.
That'd be
I just
perfection.
wanted to see their face.
When I draft Josh Allen.
Stalkers.
Stalkers, serial
Moist one.
killers, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean
Moist
like
one.
sneak to your
Mr.
house
Wilbur.
and
I mean, all of them.
watch from the bushes. I mean literally at that party right there.
T. Leisure says drinking a beer makes Ralph being here a lot more tolerable.
Oh boy.
Who said that?
T. Licious. Here.
Try being his co-host. It's tough sometimes.
Moist one
Sometimes.
says, Randy, yes, I'll trade you Tyreek for your first and third pick.
Do it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. We should be able to do that.
We need to do a dynasty league next year with all the hosts.
Hey, I got an idea. Shut up.
Okay.
That's not how it works. We're not doing that.
We don't do dynasties. We don't do keepers. We don't do any of that stuff.
I don't want to know you that long.
Yeah, you do. You were texting me last night. That's not what you were saying.
I feel like I'd have to know you longer than I need to. That's
Wow.
all. Well, Randy, we'll consider your offer, Moist one. Berg says Josh Allen. I'm a pick before Ralph, right?
All right, Berg.
And
You
Berg-
will get blocked because I will block you on Saturday.
Berg's like, oh no.
Please,
Someone's getting
no.
blocked.
Don't block me. Oh my.
Hey, Lost Toby's on the text line, and how he's been messing with the AI. He hit a parlay with his AI. Jake Berger hitting a home run, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to get 2+ total bases, Aaron Judge to hit a home run, and Juan Soto to draw a walk. How much money did you make off that with the Chat GPT AI bet? That is fascinating and frightening. Random texter who's sitting 6 feet from me says, I like St. Brown as well for his arms. I don't think we've seen a brown ceiling. It says, I know, but you texted horribly. Seen brown ceiling. No, we have not.
Nobody
Have
wants
another
to see
drink.
that.
He last year he was amazing on the Lions, and no matter what happened, win or lose, good game, bad game, he was just consistently
he's a stud.
just hitting chunks of fantasy football
he's a
points.
stud.
Random texter says, "How many food bets has Ralph lost? All of them.
He hasn't won a single one.
You still owe him food too.
Who?
Raven Kid
No, I
says
paid
you.
him. I paid him.
Oh, because the Raven Kid on the text says he still owes
Is he
you.
lying?
Yeah, I think he might be lying.
He's lying because I bought it at the draft party. You don't.
I'm going to
Yeah.
change your texture nickname to Cop Stash. I just can't get over the
Oh,
Raven
he's
Kid
a
and his
cop, so he's
mustache.
starting to lie. Okay.
Wait, is he wearing aviators right now? Because that's the only thing that would put that over the top.
Yeah, do you have aviators? Does he have aviators?
He's got the Bass
No,
Pro
we
hat.
got to
on.
get him some for Christmas.
Raven Kid, get you some aviators, man. Do it.
Navy Brad wants to know if you would like a Shirley Temple.
I would.
He actually would. Donnie wants in on the bet. I don't know what the bet is, but he wants in on it. All right, listen, people, we got to take a break. Let's get a beer so we can handle Ralph, and we'll come back. It's the Daily Blender from Dave and Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace all afternoon long and into the evening for our Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
As fall approaches, you have a lot to prepare for. Back to school, sporting events, family gatherings, and staying on top of your health. The virus that causes COVID-19 continues to evolve. So this fall, no matter what you're prepping for, you can prioritize your family's health and make a game plan for COVID-19 vaccination. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey guys, Jeffrey O'Brien here. Did you know Harman Solar has gone super high tech? There's an amazing tool at harmansolar.com that'll give you an instant ballpark solar estimate using satellites from space. You just type in a little information, and within seconds, you'll have an idea of just how little money it takes to save big on that monthly electric bill. I did it, and within seconds, they measured my roof and calculated my savings. It's very impressive. Go to harmansolar.com and give it a try yourself. That's harmansolar.com.
Hey everybody, it's Mark Asher back to tell you about my great friends at the Lund Mortgage Team. Did you know that the Lund Mortgage Team was founded back in 1999? That's right, they're celebrating 25 years in existence this year. And you know what you have to do to stay in business that long? You have to be good at what you do. And the Lund Mortgage Team is not just good, they are great. They have helped thousands of people save thousands of dollars over those 25 years here in the Valley of the Sun. They only lend in Arizona. And they're mortgage brokers, which means they can shop your rate around. They're not tied to just one set of rates. Mortgage rates can get crazy. They can get high. They can get low. There's good times to strike and there's times to stay on the sideline. Let the Lund Mortgage Team be your coach, be your team leader when it comes to these huge decisions. Call 623-875-9940. That's 623-875-9940, or you can always check them out at lundmortgage.com. Great website with all the tools you need. Call them today. They're my great friends, and you'll love them. It's the Lund Mortgage Team.
Getting behind the wheel after drinking could change your world. Bobby here had a great time at the party and thought he was good to drive home. Now, Bobby's facing jail time, an upset wife, disappointed parents, and up to a $10,000 fine. It only takes one bad decision to change your world forever. Getting behind the wheel after you've been drinking is one of them. Drive sober or get pulled over. Learn more at NHTSA.gov. That's NHTSA.gov. This message brought to you by NHTSA.
With the first pick. Now that the draft is in the books, it's that time of the season when the team gets together. You know, to get acquainted. Summer means minicamp, OTAs, then preseason. Keep yourself tuned to the station with all the insight, updates, and breaking news you need to know about the NFL offseason. If it's the NFL, we talk about it. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Today, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic, broadcasting live from the Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace for our Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft Party. We're here now with Trent Aberhoff. He's the GM of Dave & Buster's. Thanks for having us out here, man.
Oh, man, you're more than welcome. I know we've done this a couple years in a row, so it's pretty nice.
Yeah, I guess that means that the fourth dimension, the listening audience, says, I guess they've cleaned up after themselves pretty well, or else we would not have been asked back.
Absolutely.
Hasn't been too many issues or problems, but we're over here in a great area of Dave & Buster's. They get tons of screens, some giant screens behind us, some other screens that are around us. And, you know, they say the Dave & Buster's here at Tempe is your sports viewing headquarters, but it's also a great place to have a fantasy football draft too, right?
Yeah, 110%. You get 20% off your fantasy draft booking with us. That's food and beverage, non-alcoholic beverages, obviously. We also have a 40-foot wow wall, we call it. It's a TV that you could watch any of your favorite games on. So if your player's not big enough, it's almost like sitting in a video game.
Right. just run up there and say hi.
Absolutely.
Where's that?
It's just right in the dining room, that big 40-foot monster.
Look at that thing over there.
Yeah. You can't miss it. You can probably see it from anywhere in the building.
Ralph can't see well.
The Seahawks are
That's
good
fair
on
enough. He
that.
put his glasses
Really
on.
good
at his age.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You got to have readers to see, I think. It's 40 feet.
Yeah.
Also, we got
Look
some,
up, Grandpa. Look up.
we have some all-you-can-eat wing specials on Mondays and Thursdays, too. So
Yeah, that is astounding.
All you can eat.
Yeah, just as much as you can stomach.
Oh, man, I'm about to come eat 30
Which
of them.
is timed on the exact right day. Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football.
Correct.
All you can eat wings. Go nuts with that. And so I see the price is $23.99, but you also, with the boneless wings, you get a $10 power card. What's that?
That's any type of game outside you can play. It gives you gameplay as well as food.
All right.
Plus, I mean, all the football viewing you can handle. If you're a fantasy nut, it's a good time to track your player.
Yep. So looking around at all the different attractions you have inside of Dave and Buster's, I'm just kind of curious because this is a grown-up arcade, right? So what's the most popular game you guys have here right now?
Man, I have a squad that religiously comes to the Pump It Up game. I can't tell you. It's a secret cult. But they show up.
What is Pump It Up?
Oh, you're going to have to go dance with this gentleman next to you.
No, I'm not dancing,
yeah.
especially not with him.
Yeah, three left feet.
My wife gets here maybe, but
one good thing that could accompany that is the $5 all-day 22-ounce draft starting on Monday. So that might get you in the mood to dance.
I like how Trent thinks that's going to get me dancing.
It's going to get me in the bathroom. But
he's like, wait a minute, you're Irish. Okay. Yeah,
Only if you break the seal, sir. Only if you break the seal. Don't break the seal.
So now here at Dave and Buster's, you get a lot of people coming to watch the football. You get a lot of people who do their fantasy football stuff here. What other sorts of sports are catered to here by the Dave and Buster's?
Anything you name. We have the UFC. We have baseball. I mean, the Olympics were phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, I bet.
Except for the breakdancing. But
what the hell was that?
Ooh.
Did you ever breakdance when you were younger?
No, who didn't?
I didn't.
That's why I have a bad back.
Yeah.
I even did.
Oh, you can spin you around on the floor if you want. I try to spin once, and they're like, "Idiot, it's carpet." I'm like, "Okay, it's not."
You got to carry cardboard with you.
Yeah. So here at Dave and Buster's, you get grown-up drinks and you get grown-up fun, and sports is a big part of what you guys do. What time you guys open up on Sunday morning?
When they switch to daylight savings, we open up for the 9 o'clock games.
Okay. Do you open up for the 6 a.m. games?
Yeah, no. You got to catch me on that one.
You're like,
somebody wants to buy us out for the opening game. I'll grab it. Let's go.
He's like, I'm the general manager. I would not be there. Someone else will be there.
You're gonna have a pot of coffee and one eye open,
Well, I tell you what, we've really appreciated and enjoyed being here at the Dave and Buster's for our fantasy football draft parties, and we got more people on the way. What is the secret to the internet never going out?
We just had our Wi-Fi upgrade, so it's
huge.
Really? Yeah, this used to be a concrete bunker, so for years it was a struggle. You had to carry one of those little antennas out of your phone, and then rabbit ears if you're old enough. But we kind of figured that recipe out. We had a company come in and really jack it up in here so we could really get some great reception. But like I said, if you want to book your fantasy party, just go to dmbparty.com for more information. 20% off food and non-alcoholic beverages. There's not a better place to host your party. You guys can attest to it.
Yeah, it's a great environment.
I need to try these wings.
Well, I had the chicken sandwich earlier.
That looked good.
Yeah, I'm not sharing with you.
Yeah, I know you weren't. You were hogging it.
For a man, a sandwich is just a single person.
You didn't even finish it, though.
I ate the whole damn thing.
I see French fries left. You know.
I haven't had a chance to get to them yet. I've been talking.
Yeah.
All this stuff is the liner on the plate. You kidding me?
Smells so good. The garlic fries are amazing.
Do you have anything for Ralph to eat?
Whatever you need. I got. What do you like? What do you fancy? I got a salmon bowl.
There we go. You can eat a piece of salmon.
So Ralph. Ralph has he's a picky eater.
No, I'm not. I just have issues.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
Whoa.
So do you have a gluten-free menu at all?
Yeah, we could take care of you right away.
See, there you go.
That's awesome.
I feel like
he's got my gluten figured out.
I don't want to take you out of the gluten closet.
It's fine.
That's your truth to
you
tell.
pushed me or taken me out of every other closet. So what's a gluten?
Well,
closet?
there's still one left.
There's
and
still one left.
Pippy'd really appreciate it.
We have a cauliflower crust for our flatbreads.
There you
and we
go.
also have
that's
a gluten-free bun. So
there you go.
Yeah,
you have it. You got it
can
covered.
still have that.
I had cauliflower mashed potatoes. You ever had that? That was pretty good ones. Somebody made that and they're like, what do you think? I was like, well, I can eat it. And they're like, it's just like mashed potatoes. No, it's not. It's really not.
They got the rice vegetables now. So they dice them up really thin so you don't think you're eating vegetables.
I'm like, yay.
It's like couscous.
You're like, somebody already chewed this.
Well,
Great.
This
is saving me some time.
Might have extra flavor, though. Might have extra flavor. You never know.
Flavor is what matters. But you put the cauliflower in the crust?
Yeah, it's already a cauliflower crust. They just press it into a crust.
It's so good.
And it's way better than if you have any type of digestive opportunities. It'll take care
Digestive opportunities. I'm going to get a shirt that says that.
I wish you had some shut the hell up opportunities. That'd be great.
We have muzzles in the gift shop.
We have muzzles in the gift shop. And what are those for?
Is that
To
this
keep 'em quiet,
size? Is it
absolutely.
this size?
100%. One size fits all.
So that's Trent Averhoff. He's the GM here at the Dave and Buster's. And by the way, on the Wi-Fi, how long ago did you guys get that upgraded?
Oh man, it was just this year.
That's great because last year it was great. So now it's even more solid for a fantasy football draft.
It's way better. I promise you. That was our big focal point. We were like, hey, you know what? I can't get 10 computers on at the same time. Now I could run a network out of here.
Did you?
We are.
Do you play fantasy football?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Team lawn sausage. Let's get them.
Team what?
Lawn sausage.
Team long sausage?
Lawn sausage. Like a dog treat in the yard, you know?
Oh, lawn sausage.
Yeah, I mean lawn sausage.
That is really good.
That was incredible.
That is the name right there.
So that's to mean your team is dog crap.
Sometimes, you know.
Okay, I get you. I like that. I've never heard
Great
that before.
texture nickname.
That is
Lawn
good.
sausage.
Randy, write that down
That's
for a texture nickname.
That's a texture nickname. You need to text into the show with that
All
name.
right, done.
Trent, yeah, Trent gets if he gets dibs if he starts texting in the show.
Gosh, that's
lawn
fantastic.
sausage. I like that. So have you drafted yet?
No, we wait till all the injuries are done and then we go for it.
Smart.
So-
You're smart, man.
We would have done this next weekend, but I'm going out of town, so we're doing it today.
Oh, you forced it.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. I'm so sorry. Which pick do you get in your draft? Do you know yet?
Not yet.
Oh, you guys do a randomizer?
We actually do a horse race. So we find a horse race,
Oh.
and then if your horse scratches, you're automatically last, and then it goes from front to back.
That's
We-
awesome.
That's good.
better than
What you
Just
guys
saying.
do?
Well, we had fake Andy Reid pull our order for us.
and nobody told them what to do.
The dude's awesome, though. The dude was
He
awesome.
was good.
He must have had a good.
I mean, he pulls strings behind the back. No
Yeah.
one knows what's going on.
That's
but
called
yeah.
a bribe. You know,
Yeah,
you slide an
absolutely,
envelope.
yeah, absolutely.
If I bribed, why would I have the 6th pick?
That's
'Cause you
fine.
didn't want it to
Oh
be
man,
obvious.
that's almost perfect.
That's perfect if you're
Yeah,
12, man.
that's-
That's
I like-
great.
I
Yeah.
like 4. I like 4.
Yeah, but that's almost perfect. You're on the. You're right
Yeah,
there.
and I get 10.
We already
Oh,
know
no,
Zach.
how
you're
it goes
doomed.
every
Yeah.
year. Every
I'm
year.
right in the wrong place.
He's got you pegged for that.
No,
he
he-
goes, this
absolutely.
guy 10 is 10.
Absolutely.
You know, I
He's speechless now.
Yeah,
He's
he
no,
speechless.
that's what I was thinking. It's like, why didn't I do that? I should have done that.
He's like, sir, here's that secret envelope.
Yeah.
Don't
Listen-
open it till you're out of the building.
Fake Andy Reid would probably done anything I wanted for an extra $5. I probably could have got the first pick. Do you think that if it was up to me that I really would have let Moist one have the first pick after he's won the league twice?
I don't know.
Not a chance.
Maybe.
Not a chance.
I'm just saying.
All
Nobody
right,
wanted
listen,
that.
I got screwed. I know.
Trent,
Yeah.
again, seriously, thank you so much for having us here and letting us broadcast live and have our crazy party here. And later on, when more people are here, we're going to put your Wi-Fi to the test.
All right, let's do it.
And I'm not worried because last year was great. So it can even be greater this year. I
We
can't
turn on
believe
the
it.
power to the games, and Palo Alto gets alerted, so I'm ready for the Wi-Fi challenge.
The lights dim a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's
Like,
like,
oh, geez.
I'm gonna have to come check out your wings and see if I can eat 30 of them.
Yeah, please do.
I might.
All right. Listen, Trent, thank
You
you
get
so
past
much.
30, you get a lawn sausage T-shirt.
I think I want one just to have one.
Gotta eat 30 wings, Jeffrey.
Lawn sausage.
I
I
got-
love it.
Look
You
at me.
guys-
I can eat 30. That
You
ain't
guys
a
have
problem.
a great day.
Thanks,
you
man.
for
You
joining
too.
us.
Take it easy. 888-368-1580. Let's get caught up on the text line. And Taco Kenny says, is Ralph kind of the new? Yes, he is. Yes,
The new what?
the new Eric Cohen.
Okay, wow. Because I know what that means. I have a problem with that.
But here's the difference. I like Ralph. Navy Brad says, does Dave and Buster's allow service dogs inside? Oh, that was a good question. And Trent ran off pretty quick. I don't know. I don't know Navy Brad. What should I ask him when he was here? Or actually ask the gal over there at the counter. I bet she could tell you. I bet yes.
I would say they do.
Lost Toby says they have kibble for this, Ralph. I don't know what he's talking about. Quiet Cannon says, good afternoon. Great show. I already 2-0 Diamondbacks. Oh,
2-1.
okay. I didn't have that up on my screen here. Yeah,
It's right there.
Right in front of you.
Right in front of you.
I just saw Deadpool's chicken wings.
It's on a commercial break.
Well, I'm not looking up. I'm looking at the guy I'm talking to. Why don't you shut up over there? Let
Okay.
the grown-ups talk. So yeah, it's end of the first inning. Diamondbacks up 2-1 over the Red Sox. There you go. By the way, I don't know if you heard this, but Zay Jones got suspended 5 games. And this is the thing that kind of struck me after a domestic violence accusation. So somebody accused him of something. I don't know what.
Well, he was actually arrested.
He was arrested,
but charges
And
were dropped.
The charges were dropped, but the NFL did their own investigation and felt like, no, he actually did violate the league's conduct policy, he's going to take
Okay.
the suspension anyway.
All right. Well, that's fair enough.
Like, there
So
were
Zay-
scratches on the woman's neck. There was some issues there that the NFL felt like the police investigation didn't actually go far enough, which is
So
wild
this
for the
end-
NFL to say.
Zay Jones is a dirtbag because if the NFL says you're a dirtbag, you must really be a dirtbag for all that they let people get away with. So, what's going to happen with that? Zay Jones what was he? Wide receiver 3,
4, probably 4 or 5.
Okay,
so
it's
we
not
got depth. We can handle it.
not the end of the world, I guess. But yeah, that's horrible. Swave Dave says, I just got home. I'm checking connections on the laptop. Don't see anything about a draft tonight. Swave Dave, which league are you in? Because if you're in Premier League, our draft is tomorrow at 1 p.m. All the other Daily Blender fantasy football leagues are tonight. Moist One says, number 1 pick is not as great in fantasy football as you think.
Thank you.
About to hit the strip and bet the Seahawks over in wins and Mike McDonald to win Coach of the Year.
Those are good bets.
No, what that tells
Those
you
are
is
really
Moist
good
One
bets.
is really drunk in Vegas right now.
No.
It
sounds like
tells
he's
you,
got his
tells you
head
that
on
Moist One just likes Seattle sports.
Our draft's at 1:00.
Yes, our draft is tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Okay.
What's your problem?
I've got a 2 p.m. live stream tomorrow with something else.
With the workout guy?
No, with Harmon.
Oh.
We have a town hall, solar town hall tomorrow.
Well, you better draft quick. Florida Mustard says,
Oh, you're gonna beat me.
damn it, I gonorrhea. Thanks, Kyler. Is Florida Mustard here?
I don't think he'd admit it.
Florida Mustard, you just brought the show to a complete screeching halt. Thank you. Wilbur says, Mike McDonald, what a fool believes. Chief Skull says, will there be a special broadcast of the Weekend Blender? No, there's not. No, sorry, Chief Skull. No, we're just going to draft. Swave Dave says, I think I found it, but moving slowly. And okay.
What's that mean?
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe he's found a place here, but the traffic's bad.
I mean, if he's looking at his crotch, we all know what that means.
Wow.
But if he's not, I don't want to know. I don't want anything to do with this. Anyway, all right. So, Randy, let me ask you, do you really know who you're going to draft? Do you know who you're going to draft?
Maybe.
All right. You don't have to tell me. You don't have to be like so untrusting. You draft before me. So I'm just curious if you know who you're drafting.
Give us a hint, Randy. Give us a hint.
I have an idea of how I'm going to approach this draft. Yes.
Drunk. I get it. But,
Well, there's that. So
Is there any
You
other way
know
to
who-
draft?
wait a second. Are you getting help?
am I getting help? No.
Yeah.
No.
My wife is convinced that you had somebody else draft for you last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
No, you guys, I had no help last year either.
You did really good last year. You did good.
I did moderate.
Okay.
Copacetic and nominal, as we say in the weather world.
No, nobody says that in the weather.
Oh
world.
yeah, copacetic and nominal.
You're not a real weatherman.
Oh yeah.
Taco Kenny says, I made it and I got me a cold one. The Mrs. Taco. Cheers, boys. I'm to your right. There you go. That's what I thought. Hey, man. Blocked by the speaker there, but I see your beer and I raise you another one. Lost Toby says, I got kibble for Ralph's dietary restrictions.
Kibble.
Oh, I see.
Kibble. Nice.
T-Licious says, how's McDonald getting coach of the year when they go 6-11?
6-11. Keep drinking.
Don't say it like it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
He's overhauling a new staff.
That's actually optimistic. Berg says, so if I take Josh Allen, I'll trade you for your 1 and 3 pre-draft deal, right, Ralph?
No.
He says no. He's just going to be very.
You're just going to get blocked.
There's worse things. The chosen one says, hard to believe the Cardinals will get that many wins with the worst great defense preseason. The preseason doesn't matter.
They're not even playing anybody in preseason.
They're not even playing their own starters in preseason.
Yeah.
Who cares? Honestly.
I tend to agree with the chosen one.
Of course you do.
You're wrong
Preseason
about
stats.
everything.
Get out of here, man.
All right, people here, by round of applause, do you think Keon and I are right or Ralph is right? So,
Oh, yeah, that's not a loaded question.
no, these people are be honest.
No, they're not.
All right,
Well,
a
there's
round of
nothing loaded
applause
about
if
the
you'll be
question.
honest. Clap if
that's
nobody
not-
claps.
That's not what a loaded question is, to be honest. But all right.
Yeah. All right. So round of applause. Okay. So Keon and I say something. Ralph disagrees. Round of applause if you think Keon and I are right. The Cardinals will have 10 or more wins this season. Yeah, there's a lot of clapping. And
Yeah.
can I
There's
just
a lot of mental health issues.
No,
in this
let me
country.
point out there's not that many Cardinal fans in here. All right. Randy, what are you doing? Don't play the
What?
fake applause.
Yeah, because that's where
What?
that's where all your
What are you talking
applause is
about?
coming from.
I didn't.
That wasn't fake.
We
That was
had
real.
we had actual applause here.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
heard
So
it. Yeah.
so
10
now
or more wins.
a
Nuts.
round of applause if you're an actual Cardinals fan. There's just
The same number.
3 or 4 people. No, there was more when we asked the other question.
And there they go. Right there. There's the more.
Randy, I told you to stop playing the fake
What are you
applause.
talking about?
That's not helpful. I'm trying to make a point, and you're like you're making it for Ralph. You know, Lost Toby wants to know, how drunk are y'all? Most people just got here, so nobody's drunk yet, are you? You know, the show gets better the more you drink, so I'd
That is
encourage
true.
you. Yeah. Chief Skull says the Sea Hags will have 6 wins.
I don't see it.
I believe it. I like that guy.
Niner 1680 says Carolina wins more games than Seattle.
Oh,
wow. Okay. All right.
That's a block.
Let's be reasonable now.
Choro says Cardinals have 8 wins.
I can see 8. 8's still more than the Seahawks.
See, on the way to 10, they will have 8. So that is correct,
On the
Choro.
way to 10.
Lost Toby says 10 wins. Sounds like the people clapping pre-games. Yeah, they have all pre-gamed. Everybody's game. Actually, there's no pre. They're gaming. You got to get down here to Dave and Buster's and game with them. This is where the gaming is. We're going to game. And
There's not an expert alive, and I mean an expert that actually knows this stuff, not certain people, that will tell you the Cardinals will get 10 wins.
That's just
Not
wrong.
one.
you're talking
Not
completely
one.
right out of your anus right now.
No, not
You're
one.
wrong because
Show me one.
the
I
line-
mean you.
There's
Show me
Keon.
one.
And
Not an expert.
Then there's me.
Not an expert.
And I'm sure there's more. We just never looked it
No.
up because we didn't realize that somebody was going to.
You guys are high.
The line in Vegas
sounds
is going
wonderful.
up.
That's great. What is
I'm-
it?
hey, look,
7? 7.5?
Diamondbacks are on that screen right there.
Oh, look.
Now you saw it.
Well, it's the first time I've had a chance to look up.
Because Nathan and Ralph were arguing with each other, which is
Yeah,
hey,
I
if
started
you like,
to not
if you like
care,
the
and I
Weekend
looked up.
Warriors. That's a good chunk of it.
Taco Kenny says, Mrs. Taco says, do Cardinal talk, damn it. Okay. Well, I'm not going to I don't want to piss anyone off here, especially who's that close. I actually had some other Cardinal stuff to talk about. Marcus Golden retired today. That was he's been around a while with the Cardinals, 9 years, and Marcus Golden has decided to retire. And I just, well, that's a shame. He was a good player.
He was a good guy too. He was really nice to the media, all the fans. He was a good guy for the community as well. So sad.
He was selected in the 2nd round back in 2015, and you can't say anything about it. He's played well. So that is the end of his career with 51 sacks, 343 tackles, 11 forced fumbles, and 1 high five with Mr. AZ Sports in
And
127 games.
And 0 rings.
And shut up, Ralph. You know what?
Just saying.
Shut up.
Just saying.
By the way, here's an injury for you on the Cardinals. Defensive lineman Darius Robinson got injured yesterday. And I'm not sure what the injury is. Do you know what it is? Is it his calf?
It's his calf, but they're not releasing like really any information yet. Gannon came out today and was actually really upset that got leaked because he got hurt during the closed part of the practice when media is not supposed to report anything. So Gannon has been very secretive about the injuries. All we know is it's been a calf, and he's getting testing done on it.
Why is he being so secretive? Why is it a big deal?
Because during practice, there's parts where media members cannot report anything, and someone reported it, and he just does not like that someone broke the rule.
Was it you?
No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there at the practice, so it wasn't me this time.
Do you know who it was?
No, I have no idea, but I know who was the first person to tweeted out the injury, and then Gannon was not happy at the press conference this morning.
Who was the first person to tweet out the injury?
Mike Jurecki. He was the first one that tweeted out that but he tweeted out wrong. He said he was carted off, and I have not been able to confirm that he was actually carted off. So looks like Darius Robinson will probably miss a few weeks, but it doesn't seem like it is season ending, which is great.
All right. We are very late for a break. So let's take that break, come back. We'll talk some more football. In fact, nothing but football from here out. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
I spray and scrub, but the soap scum in my bathtub is still there.
I spray and scrub, but the burnt sauce on my stovetop sticks around.
Sprays can leave grime behind. The new Mr. Clean Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser combines the scrubbing power of an eraser with the cleaning power of Dawn to melt away tough messes on contact.
Just wet, squeeze, and erase.
Stop spraying, start erasing, and clean with more magic than ever with new Ultra Foamy Magic Eraser.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt? Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS. Call Civic Tax Relief for free information now. Find out about the Fresh Start program that is now available through Civic Tax Relief. Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
AZ Preps 365, your source for all the news, info, highlights, and more. Athlete news and interviews. Talk with coaches. Keep you up to date with the changes, moves, upcoming events, and more. AZ Preps 365, Arizona's ultimate prep sports show. If you miss a minute, you miss a lot. AZ Preps 365, Saturday mornings 8 till 10 on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic, and always on at 1580thefanatic.com.
Your home for sports. 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Sorry, I'm scoping the room. Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. Choro, are you in the building? Because Choro just texted, Jeffrey's got the hot flashes. I was sitting here fanning myself, a little warm over here, so I was wondering if he was in the building. I know Fish Tank just showed up a little bit ago. He's appropriately pre-gamed right there. 888-368-1580. Chief Skull says, like a good Minnesota boy, I had the fish fry on Friday, and it's not even Lent. Mrs. Chief Skull will pay the price for it later, though.
Wow.
I don't get it. Does the fish fry give you a little bit of the gurgles? I don't know what that means.
That's what I think it means. Is it? Yeah, the gurgles.
Well, I mean, that's the most polite thing I can say, you know, for the squirts, for the runs, for the
O'Day toilet later, eh?
Yeah. Dropping a few, what do you call them? Lawn sausages.
That's great. That was the best part of the day.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
Me either.
Big George says Seattle Seahawk Tuas will get lucky to maybe even get 500 this season. Now with Pete Carroll gone, Cardinals will finish with a better record than the Trash Birds.
Keep thinking that.
Navy Brad says the Cardinals will win the home and away game against the Sea Worms.
When's the last time that happened?
It's I don't know.
Been a long time. Let him check.
Yeah, I don't like that as much, Navy Brad. Beating the same team twice is never that easy. But if the Seahawks are in the state they are, I'd say it's not impossible.
I think Seattle did it to Arizona last year. So
who?
Uh-huh.
Huh? Random Texter says Cards will be 8-9, and says Rainy City Bitch Pigeons will be 10-7. All right. So
I can see that.
Random Texter doesn't agree with me, but what do you know? You have a kid with a cop stash. Did you talk to him about this mustache? And then did you tell him that if you're going to shave or have a mustache, try to not make it look like the 500 yards or more away from a school look? Did you? You did? It didn't take. Just doesn't care. Nah, that's fine.
Why are one of you a Chiefs fan and the other is a Raven?
He's a bad parent.
Oh, okay. Couldn't
Just
influence his
couldn't
child.
quite couldn't. Did you not beat him enough? I mean, how did he become? I can't remember. How did he become a Ravens fan and you're a Chiefs fan? Did he do that just to spite you?
Yeah, I think it was because he beat him because he was always black and blue.
Oh, you beat him too much. He was black and blue and
Yeah,
purple. So
yeah, there it is.
those colors matched.
Or maybe he's just a bandwagon Chiefs fan.
No.
Oh, he's like, no. Oh, got the
he's
logo. Respect.
I thought Random Texture was getting up to kick you in the face, but he was just showing you a tattoo on his leg.
It sure didn't look like he was.
He was
right?
showing me his legs. They're
Let's be
really
honest,
hairy.
As long as he doesn't drop trowel, we'll be okay.
I thought he was pulling out a concealed weapon
yeah,
out of his.
the move he was making could be about to run up and kick you in the face, or he was about to blast ass at you.
Yeah, one or the other.
That was the same move either way. By Random
I was
Texture.
here for it. I was ready.
I'd prefer he didn't. Niner 1680 says the only way the Cardinals get 10 wins is if they combine last year and this year's wins. That's actually good text. Sway Dave says, had a fantastic fish fry after my doctor appointment at the Irish Wolfhound in Surprise. Okay. I get, well, somebody clap for that. All right. Moist One says, Fish Tank probably has the best jersey in the crowd, too. Well, he is wearing his Dolphins jersey. What's on the back of your jersey there, Fish Tank?
Which one?
Yeah, let's see. It's number 4, Fish Tank. That's it. Number 4, Fish Tank. All right. Good for you, Fish Tank. Welcome to the remote. All right. So I got a bunch of football stuff to talk about here. In the next hour, Scott the King is going to be with us and give some fantasy football advice. I guess the question is going to be, all right, I've got the third pick. You know, I mean, I don't know who. What do we ask him?
I'd like to see what he says, like how the draft should go.
We should ask him for a sleeper pick.
Since I've already exposed what I am probably going to do, then I'll ask him what he thinks of mine. He'll crap all over it, and then we'll move on to you guys.
Okay.
We should ask him for some sleeper picks. That'd be good.
Yeah, we're definitely going to ask him for some sleeper picks. I want to get some input on him from, not just some deep picks, but also, how he's ranking his quarterbacks. How he's, looking at some of these other players. Maybe the wide receivers to stay away from. There's certain players when you see it, you think the name right there. But I got to be honest. I think Justin Jefferson might drop. If people are smart, I think he might drop because I know Justin Jefferson is going to get his, but it's Sam Darnold.
Yep.
And I worry that he's not going to get enough to make it worth that first round pick.
And I can see Sam Darnold getting hurt, and then who do they go to? Who do they have?
I don't even remember.
McCarthy.
No,
he's out for a year, Randy. He's already hurt.
Oh.
He was the chosen one, and now he's the hurt one.
Nick Mullins.
Nick Mullins. That's
wow.
exactly
The guy from U2, the drummer. I don't know how they're going to do this. So I don't like Justin Jefferson.
He's risky.
In the first round at all.
Yeah, he's risky.
The Vikings could be one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst.
But we've
That's a
seen
scary
teams,
pick.
but we've seen teams be the worst team in the
Panthers
league.
around.
And if they have one superstar, then that guy's just the guy. He gets all the touches. He does everything. And Jefferson's kind of that player.
Jefferson is that player, but Darnold
can't throw.
He can't throw, but can he throw the ball to one guy all the time? Because I think so.
I think what's going to happen to him is what happened to Juju Smith last year. There was no one throwing him the ball, and his numbers just dropped.
Did you just compare Justin Jefferson to
I'm
Juju
just saying
Smith?
that the scenario is comparable. That's what I'm trying to say.
How many years ago was Juju Smith? I think he's out
He
of
had
the league
good year.
now.
No, he's been released, but he had a good year with the Steelers. He went to the Patriots, and then he had a big down year.
Yeah, but a lot of that I think is just a function of their whole offense was bad.
Well, that and who threw him the ball?
Well, that's a factor of why their offense was
Yeah,
bad, but
exactly.
also the play calling was bad. So everything
Agreed.
about it was bad.
Agreed.
Where Kevin O'Connell with the Vikings, say whatever you want about that team, and there's a lot to complain about. They're actually a really well coached offensive unit. So I have trouble finding it. I have trouble thinking that they can't get the ball into Justin Jefferson's hands in that offense.
But if he's double team, triple team, it's going to be very tough to get him the ball.
That's already been true though, and they get him open through scheming. So they put him in motion a lot. They get him going before the snap. He builds up that momentum, kind of like how the Dolphins played with Tyreek Hill. They get him in jet sweeps. They got him in bubble screens. Like that, he's not just a guy out there running routes. They do everything with the guy.
Yeah, but that they had Kirk Cousins last year. I think you're not considering that it was Kirk Cousins
For how
versus
long?
Sam Darnold.
For how long? Because
They
Josh
had
Dobbs
one-
was doing all right. And I don't
Dobbs
think
did
that
do all right.
And I don't think that Sam Darnold is so much worse than Josh Dobbs. So I just don't see that as the biggest problem.
All right, we'll see.
I'm sorry. I was just imagining everybody who has a yearbook penciling in eyebrows for Josh Dobbs.
Oh no, that's so mean. Why? Don't do that. Come on.
It's just all I can think about. It's all I can
Oh,
think about.
Come on.
Wow. I see Fish Tank is having himself a nice drink, and are you sorting out where your office is going to be for the draft? Because he brought his laptop. Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
he
so
wants
he's
the corner window.
That's him in the corner. That's him in the spotlight. He's getting ready for the draft a little bit later on. Fish Tank texted in, not touching Jefferson unless he falls to the second round. And so there you go. Raven Kid is like, shh. Some people in the fourth dimension probably still think Kirk Cousins is in Minnesota. Shh. He says a good comparison in the quarterbacks D-Hop had in Houston before Deshaun got there, and he still put good numbers up. Superstar can usually make the plays no matter the quarterback. Yeah, but they're not going to have first-round pick production. He'll have production. It's just
I
not
don't
going to be the
agree
kind
with
of production you give up a first-round pick on.
I don't agree with that.
He's going to make Sam Darnold a star, is he?
Well,
See
he's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
he's gonna make it look passable. Sam will have to throw to other people, and that's when he'll look like Sam Darnold.
Yeah. G Skull says, what the heck? You couldn't even give Keon a reprieve from the board duties to be here? Like, it's a long story, and it's not my fault.
It's actually my own fault that I'm here.
Yeah.
So
Tell the people, Keon. Tell
so
the people.
don't blame Jeffrey for that. That's all me.
I tried.
You did.
Swazman says, by the way, remember, Keon, don't miss out on your first pick this year.
Yeah, well, I'll be home, so it'll be pretty easy.
I think you just stay right there at the station until. Oh no, it's tomorrow. That's right. You're back in the Premier League. I forgot. All right, guys. 2 hours down and 1 to go. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic at Dave and Buster's.
This is the story of the one. As head of maintenance at a concert hall, he knows the show must always go on. That's why he works behind the scenes, ensuring every light is working, the HVAC is humming, and his facility shines. With Granger's supplies and solutions for every challenge he faces, plus 24/7 customer support, his venue never misses a beat. Call quickgranger.com or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harmon Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. One, visit harmonsolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189. Or just go to harmonsolar.com.
O'Reilly.
You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge. Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Celebrating 30 years of AmeriCorps looks like building lifetime changemakers in Arizona communities. From serving children alongside First Things First to Executive Director of Prevent Child Abuse Arizona. From the Pinal County Sheriff's Office to the Governor's Office, serving with AmeriCorps today creates limitless potential for every new member to lead Arizona tomorrow. Where will AmeriCorps take you? Join the movement by signing up at serve.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Youth, Faith, and Family.
The road to better health leads to my longtime friends, Dr. William Gaspar and his wife Ava at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. JD Hayworth here, and the buzz about Beehive is spelled out in its middle name, IV. Not only are today's popular treatments available, IV hydration, joint injections, semaglutide for weight loss, as well as many more, it's also the Gaspar's holistic naturopathic approach that helps your body with self-healing. That means treating the underlying causes of chronic disease, from chronic fatigue to fibromyalgia, even those dealing with Lyme disease and lupus. The experienced medical staff designs a customized plan for each patient. So walk in or make an appointment today. Mention my name, JD Hayworth, get half off your first treatment. Better health awaits you at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. Search Beehive IV Wellness on your cell phone. And remember, you'll thrive at Beehive.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
It's time for the third hour.
People settle down because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show. Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's 5 o'clock here on the Daily Blender. I'm your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. He decided that he got jealous. Everybody else was drinking, and he thought he'd start himself, so that's all right. We got Keon Rose in the control room. Ralph from Harmon Solar is here. Mr. AZ Sports is here with us, and we are broadcasting live from the Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace, getting ready for tonight's Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft. We'll be on the radio here until 6 p.m. And I'm telling you, you probably should get your butt down here because Radio Ron loves to give stuff away. And mix minus bridge. There you go. There we go. Everybody okay?
No, my ears are done.
Everybody? Yeah, the mix minus bridge thing. Okay. We had a little glitch there. Can you hear us out there? Everybody fine? People listening on the radio, we apologize. What was I saying?
Talking about
Because like I said, Radio Ron's name, and then
giving things
lightning
away.
struck and everything went crazy.
About all the things we have to give away tonight.
That's right. We're giving stuff away. Now, everybody here in the fourth dimension, I feel like the girl with the magic mirror, remember that from Romper Room? Start saying off a bunch of names. There's Raven Kid talking to Fish Tank, and then there's Chief Skull, and then there's just Lost Toby showed up, and he's bending Dylan Cohen's ear. We got random text over here. We got Taco Kenny and Mrs. Taco Kenny. Oh, that's right, Mrs. Chief Skull. Sorry, I didn't want to leave her out. A bunch of people are here from the fourth dimension, and we're going to have some fun. We're going to eat some food. We're going to drink some drinks, and at 7 p.m., we're going to draft the Daily Blender Fantasy Football. But like I was trying to say before everything went to hell in a handbasket, Radio Ron loves to give stuff away. So all you got to do is walk in, get a ticket from him, and we'll do a drawing after 6 p.m. And here are some of the prizes that are up. We have a couple of Miracle Mile Deli gift cards for $25. We got a couple of Willie's Taco Joint gift cards for $25. We have a $50 gift card to the Uncommon in Chandler. We've got some sessions for 1 hour to throw axes at Lumberjacks. We got $50 Urban Agave gift card for Glendale. And then, of course, we got a bunch of coupons for Dave & Buster's, $10 off. We got a bunch of those to give away. Now, you got to be here to win. So you go see Radio Ron. He gives you a name tag with your text or nickname on it. And then he gives you a ticket. And then after 6 o'clock, be here. And maybe you'll win something. Not you, Ralph.
Of course not.
You are not eligible to win.
Of course not.
You say it like it was ever like a thing, and like you should be disappointed. And
I'm a little disappointed. Yeah.
You were never going to win.
Okay.
Well, no, you're part of the show, so
I know
you're not allowed to.
Urban Agave. It's good. Sounds like good food.
That sounds like your kind of place.
That's a Mexican restaurant, Glendale.
I'm a little confused about something. Something has occurred to me here about you, Ralph.
Okay. What's that?
Well, since it's come out that you
it's come out.
Well, that you're a hypoallergenic. What is it?
Glutinous?
Yeah, glutinous. You're gluten. You got to be gluten free, right?
Right.
Wasn't there gluten when you took me to that place for the crepes and all the Nutella?
Those were gluten-free crepes.
You fed me gluten-free stuff and didn't tell me?
No, I think yours might have had gluten on them.
I feel violated.
They have both options. I think I might have gotten you the gluten free just to have
I feel violated. I
You
feel like
loved it.
you should tell me these things.
You were in
Well,
a sugar coma, but you were good.
I enjoyed it, but I was like, damn, that's a lot of Nutella. All right.
But it was good.
I didn't know. All right, let's get caught up on the text line here. We have a lot of football to talk about. And by the way, Scott, the fantasy football king, is going to be with us here in just a few minutes. So I guess if you have some pre-draft questions, feel free to ask. I mean, the best thing, I guess, to ask is who to stay away from.
Yeah.
And who are some people that you should go after that most people aren't going after? Get some sleepers. But let's go ahead and see what Silver Pops has to say. Jeffrey, random texter and his son might like different teams, but at least they have one team, not two, Ralph. And definitely not two in the same division, Ralph. Go Ramhawks.
Ramhawks.
Random texter says, are we sure Fish Tank is in the corner for the spotlight there? No, he's in the spotlight now because he's out of the corner. Choro says, I'm doing mock drafts on NFL.com, and it's as slow and laggy as Ralph is.
How do you know I'm slow and laggy?
We all know that,
No, we
Ralph.
don't.
Where's your wife?
We can
Let's see,
hear
she's
you.
nodding.
She left me.
Well, that tells you what you need to know. Kyle G says, Aaron Jones helps Jefferson out a lot, even with Darnold.
There's a lot of flags.
Darnold is
If all Justin Jefferson did was be a deep threat, I would agree with you. Like you had Jamar Chase last year, no Joe Burrow, and that was obviously a major issue because you're Jamar Chase, you're trying to work over the middle of the field, and just random guys are throwing you the ball. Justin Jefferson does so much more in that offense than be a deep threat that I just don't think that having Sam Darnold throw you the football is the end of your season or the end of you being a high production player.
I do.
I do too. Bite My Kebab says, hello, Jeffrey. Like your suggestions about the Fantasy Football League team names inspired by the NFL teams. I took one of your suggestions and tweaked it to fit my Chargers team. And I'm not sure I can read that, Bite My Kebab. I'm gonna have to get a judgment call from management. Chief Skull says if Moisman shows up, he has to maintain a 5-foot distance from Mrs. Chief Skull at all times. No, he gets that a lot, but no, he has told me he will not be able to show up today. He's in Vegas, from what I heard last. Ziggy, hey Ziggy, who are you taking in the draft? Think he'll tell us. Is it you're a pick ahead of me, so I'm just kind of curious. He says so. Aaron Jones, T.J. Hawkinson, Jordan Addison, and along with Justin Jefferson are all bad because of Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Just okay.
They rely on the quarterback to get him the ball. So yes.
Yeah. Remember, I didn't say that Justin Jefferson wasn't going to get anything, but he's not going to get nearly enough to justify a first-round pick, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't agree with that. He had bums throwing him the ball last year. So what's changed?
A bigger bum?
Yeah, much bigger bum.
He's not.
Taco Kenny.
That's the problem. He's the same
Sam
kind
Darnold?
of bum.
As Kirk Cousins?
Well, Kirk
Or
got
you talking
injured
about
like
Josh
4
Dobbs?
weeks in.
I mean,
Josh
Darnold's
Dobbs
better
until
at-
they had to bench him, remember?
Darnold's really good at throwing the ball to the other team.
That's true.
Really good.
He's going to get touchdowns, just not for the Vikings. Taco Kenny says Bill Clinton just showed up outside with a bunch of cigars, if you know what I mean.
Wow.
That was random.
Wow.
He says, hey, tell Mrs. Taco Kenny to go get her own text name. Well, does she want a texter nickname? I mean, that's really a personal choice for everybody. I'm sure we could help her with a texter nickname if she really wants one. But maybe she's happy being Mrs. Taco Kenny. That really is up to you guys to sort out. Scratch Me Because says Ralph already won the annoying radio personality lottery.
Wow.
Huh.
Don't worry, it gets worse.
Dropping the Soap says, I just saw a study that said people who are gluten-free diets start driving Mazda Miatas, if you know what I mean.
Gosh.
He does have a Mazda. So.
I do not.
Tiawas says, crap, Ralph's on today? Yeah.
Jeez.
Bite My Kebab says, no, I know what you're referring to. I don't know if I can put those two together. That's all I'm saying. I'll find out. I'll check. Cheese Skull says, why didn't Fish Tank show up with his band? That is a good question.
Well,
why didn't Fish Tank show up with his band and play music for us?
Why
Huh?
for free?
Well, yeah, for free.
Yeah, for
No,
free.
I'm not
No one should ever
I
do.
might have. How much does your band make a night? How much will we have to pay you? $150? Yeah, I think by that. Well, that's a hip talk for 150.
Oh,
I don't think he
I thought
actually
$1.
meant $1.50.
I could do it. I could do it.
I'd have paid that if I don't know why we didn't think about it. We should have had your band here for this. Berg just showed up. What's up, Berg? That guy is the OG of the Premier League. I can't remember a time where he wasn't in the Premier League. Navy Brad says Josh Dobbs in San Francisco now with the 49ers. For real?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Wow. That's why.
Because
by the way,
he's a backup.
By the way, Brandon Ayuk, have we gotten that sorted out yet?
No, he's still in the same spot.
Same old thing.
They're talking though now that it might be
the Commanders.
It might be time for him to leave.
Yeah,
he's not
So,
going to the Commanders. Why do people?
Why
keep
do you
saying
keep saying that? Because the rumor came out again today by actual journalists that did say that there is a potential Brandon Ayuk trade with the Commandos, and they are talking.
Why wouldn't he go there? He's friends with Jaden Daniels. They played at ASU together.
Because he has to be traded. They don't care about his relationship with Jaden Daniels. Absolutely unimportant to all of this. He has to be traded.
But the team that trades from has to agree to a contract, and it's one of the few teams that seem to want to actually pay the guy.
But okay, if they wanted to, why they would have done that already. The GM was working in San Francisco last year. If he wanted Brandon Ayuk that bad, he would have just gone and got him.
I don't think the Niners want to trade him, but I think it might be time that they have to trade him.
Yeah,
All right,
which
so
I
Keon,
think that's true.
What's going to happen then? What are they going to do? Is he just not going to play, or what's going to happen here? Because we keep thinking, oh, they're going to sort this out. I thought that the 49ers would figure it out, sort it out, because you just can't go on like this. And then you turn around, and now we're hearing rumors about trades again, and it's just, what the hell's going to happen here?
I think he stays. What they would want back in return from somebody is whoever their number one receiver is, they're going to want that person back, and they're going to want draft picks. And then that team's going to have to pay Brandon Ayuk whatever new deal it is that he wants on top of giving away players to get him. So unless you think Brandon Ayuk is going to make you a contender, I just don't see a lot of teams even offering back the Niners what it is that they're asking for Ayuk. I think that he's got them in a corner, and I think that they're going to have to cave and pay him.
888-368-1580. Navy Brad. No, I'm sorry. That was the wrong. I wasn't going to read that. Nothing personal. I just already read yours. It moved on me here. Chosen One says, not Cardinal defense ranking in preseason stats. Their predicted rankings in regular season. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because he talked about it earlier.
We have a lot more Niner fans than usually makes me comfortable here in the crowd. And I'm just saying. Choro says, bigger issue is Trent Williams.
That is the biggest issue. Because if you can't keep Brock Purdy upright and keep him clean, that's the end of the season.
T-Licious says, hope we keep Ayuk this season. He can just be grumpy old bitch until we win the Super Bowl. Okay. Yeah. Nobody cares about that as long as you win the Super Bowl. You're not going to win the Super Bowl, though. I'm sorry, 49er fans. You're not going to win the Super Bowl.
Who's going to win it then?
Not the 49ers. I think the Chiefs will do it again.
Really?
I think the Chiefs will do it again.
Fair.
Zig until they show it's the same thing as remember when the Patriots were around. You can't bet against them until they prove you wrong.
Yep.
Ziggy says picks remain to be seen, but the Vikings will hold their own. Keon is not wrong. By the way, you haven't told me who you drafting, Ziggy. Just you're in a good spot, so you can tell me. Nobody's going to take yours. I can't take yours, and the people before you, they're going to take Chris McCaffrey, CeeDee Lamb, or Tyreek Hill. So I'm just curious. Berg says Juju was with KC before NE.
Yeah, so he was in Kansas
I know what
City.
it means, Ralph.
He was in Kansas City doing nothing before he had a okayish season in New England.
I guess Choro's a Chiefs fan. He says Taylor Swift said we'll win 3 times. Well, if she said so.
Oh, well. Great football prognosticator, Taylor Swift.
Speaking of the Chiefs, you guys catch this Carson Steele in the preseason there? I know it's just preseason, But this rookie fullback, he's been impressive. He's 21 years old out of Ball State, and then UCLA too. And he just signed up with the Chiefs in the spring, and well, he's been running it pretty nicely. Anybody get a chance to see that?
I have not.
Yeah. You don't watch the Chiefs preseason stuff?
No, I really don't.
You should. It's very entertaining.
I have not seen one second.
I barely watched
He's
my
got a
team's
cool name.
preseason.
Right, I'm barely watching
Carson
mine.
Steele. That's a badass name.
It's a good name.
Carson Steele.
It's a great fullback name.
Okay, let me give you some injuries. I'm gonna rattle off a bunch of injury stuff. This might be important to your draft, so pay attention. Mitch Trubisky. Okay, forget it.
That's it.
Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody's drafting Mitch Trubisky. Well, he's got a knee injury, so that doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Yeah. Douglas Coleman, I guess, went out on a stretcher for the Bears. They said he gave the thumbs up on his way out, but it's like, hey, Eberflus, that wasn't a thumb. But yeah, I guess the first play of scrimmage in their second half, he went down. Anybody got a word on AJ Dillon? He was waiting on some test results about a stinger. Remember that stinger he had? And now he has another stinger. He gets a lot of stingers. But yeah, he was diagnosed with the stinger during the joint practice. So I guess they're just
no new news on that actually.
The Packers are being cautious with AJ Dillon. It deals with a neck injury. It's all it says.
It's not a neck injury. It's a stinger.
Well,
Stinger
yeah, in his neck.
Stinger in the neck.
It's nerve damage.
Get it right,
but it's
AZ
not,
Sportsman.
It's not an actual sprain.
Hey, we didn't get a chance to talk about this yesterday. Did you know the Cowboys set their hotel on fire?
They what?
Yeah. The fire broke out at a condo at the Cowboys training camp, and nobody was injured. But yeah, you don't usually get fires during training camp. Nobody was hurt though. Everybody's fine. Tyreek Hill, is his thumb okay? He's got this thumb injury. Fish Tank, how is Tyreek Hill's thumb? He says he's just taking it easy. It's not a big deal. They're saying he could have practiced if he wanted. But
Mike McDaniel said today thumb injury isn't serious.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan is, by the way, listen up, Chris McCaffrey, confident he will come back fast from a calf injury. As you know, Kyle Shanahan is an expert in calves. This is from a report that I just made up. Alvin Kamara, he's back at practice. He had some back tightness. I wonder if he's still gonna. He used to be awesome. I don't know.
That was a while ago.
Yeah,
but
part of it too is that he just plays for the Saints, and they're bad.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is bad.
Oh no, so
it
counts for Alvin Kamara, but not Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
I get it.
Well, no, because I started with the offensive line, right? So like that's clearly we're not even talking about the same thing. A running back without an offensive line can't function. A wide receiver without a quarterback that's great can still function if the quarterback is throwing him screens, if he's throwing him stuff in the backfield. Like those things still count as passes. And Justin Jefferson does a whole lot of that. And plus, when we're talking about a guy who was catching passes last year from, Josh Dobbs and Jaron Hall and Nick Mullins, who's also on this roster and managed to still put up numbers anyway. Yeah, I'm going to trust that.
You're going to see. You'll see. Pierre Strong for the Browns. Who gives a crap? Penei Sewell. He left practice with a foot injury the other day. Did the Lions said anything about him? Is anybody drafting Penei Sewell?
Well, he's a left
first
tackle,
round?
so no.
Got to draft him in the first round. First round.
What?
to play what position?
Come on, get that tackle. Get him. Let's see here. I'm trying to find. Receiver Traylon Burks, and he had an injury the other day. Is he okay? Is that somebody? I don't know. Joe Mixon is definitely somebody in a later round. He's okay. Everything's fine. He's back in practice. Miles Murphy. He's a defensive end, so I guess that only counts. He's gonna be gone a couple of weeks. Oh, is Mark Andrews back in practice? Raven kid. Actually, he is back in practice. He was in this car accident, and they're all like, "Oh, he's fine. He's totally fine." And then everybody was like, okay, he was unharmed. And then they're like, but he's not in practice. Like, well, if he's fine, what is he got the yips? Is he all shivering? I mean, what's going on? Has he got PTSD? And so I think that he might have had an injury that they did not want to disclose or something from that car accident. Because why else would they keep him out?
Or like, football is described a lot as just an organized car crash. I don't know that a guy in an actual car crash is someone you want just out there playing football moments after that, just because, there may be some internal damage. I think it's more precautionary than anything.
All right. Well, what do you say? He's top 5, one of the top 5 tight ends for fantasy?
This year, yeah. Close. He's on the border now. He's just older.
Yeah. All right, listen, let's get some really good advice from the king of fantasy football. Let's get that guy on the line. Scott Engel is going to join us when we come back. It's the Daily Blender, broadcasting live from the Dave and Buster's in the Tempe Marketplace, getting ready for our big Daily Blender fantasy football draft. Come down, have a drink, have some food, hang out with your fellow Fourth Dimensioners, and we're just going to have a little party, and we'll see what everybody gets in their fantasy football draft. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
The NASCAR Cup Series will be racing on Saturday night. The Coke Zero Sugar 400. It'll be 160 laps around the super speedway. 2 races remain before the start of the 10-race playoff, and there are 4 driver spots remaining to complete the 16-driver postseason field. Kyle Busch, the betting favorite to win at Daytona Saturday, plus 1,200. Denny Hamlin and Joey Logano, plus 1,300. Ryan Blaney, plus 1,350. Brad Keselowski is at plus 1,500, while Chris Buescher is at plus 1,600 to win Saturday at Daytona. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-970-8855. That's 800-970-8855. 800-970-8855.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
Not all policies will qualify. Not available in all states.
JD Hayworth here, and the road to feeling better leads to my good friends, Dr. William and Ava Gaspar at Beehive IV Wellness in Chandler. With both licensed nurses and physicians on staff by appointment or walk-in, Beehive IV Wellness takes a holistic, naturopathic approach that helps your body with self-healing. All of today's popular treatments are available at Beehive Wellness, from IV hydration to joint injections, even popular semaglutide for weight loss. If you haven't tried IV treatment, you're missing out on your chance to really get healthy. So look them up, make an appointment, or simply walk into Beehive IV Wellness at their Chandler Clinic, where you always get a free initial consultation. Mention me, JD Hayworth, get half off your first treatment. Search Beehive IV Wellness on your mobile phone. You'll thrive with Beehive.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic, broadcasting live from the Dave & Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace. The fourth dimension is here. More people showing up as I speak and getting your table, getting your place, getting yourself some drinks, getting yourself some food, and getting ready for the big Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft that happens at 7 p.m. just here in a little bit. And for a little bit of last-minute advice on your draft, we got Scott, the Fantasy Football King, Engel, that's right. He's back, senior writer for rotoballer.com, official fantasy writer for Seahawks.com. He's a fantasy writer for sportsline.com and an inaugural member of the Fantasy Sports Writers Association Hall of Fame. That's right. It is Scott the King back with us once again. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. Back with you guys. Good to talk to you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, looking forward to I was looking forward to a good season, and then in a 12-team league, I picked the number 6 spot in the draft. So really quick, because it is my show. How screwed am I?
Not at all. I know you're in mid-season form because I know you like to spin things negative when they're not really negative. I like being a number 6. If somebody's going to ask me where I want to draft in the first round, and a lot of people have, I said, I want to be right in the middle. You don't have to wait very long between picks. If you got the first overall pick, you're going to be waiting a long time. You got the last pick. After you make your second one, you're going to be waiting a long time. There's no long wait. And it really doesn't matter where you draft from because all draft positions have their advantages and disadvantages. And if you're well prepared, you can draft from any spot.
That's exactly what I said.
Well, I think I'm prepared, but I am going to get to what I think I'm going to do and get your opinion on that. Well, what is the advantage of the middle pick? You're just not having to wait as long as what you're saying, but eventually I end up having to wait as long as anybody else, right?
No, you don't. If you have the first pick, you got to basically wait 2 rounds to pick again.
I know after the first, but after you have done that first round that comes around,
but you continue to stay in the middle every round.
You're in the middle in every single round, even when it snakes.
Right. Yeah, well, we are snaking it. Oh, sorry there. 888-368-1580. You got questions for the King? You go ahead and text that in. All right, so all right, let me just ask you. I think I know who I'm going to take. Now we've already said it on air because I don't think anybody's going to do this because with the 6th pick, I'm not going to get Krish McCaffrey. I'm not going to get CeeDee Lamb or Tyreek Hill. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, I don't think either of those guys are going to fall, but I think Justin Jefferson might fall, but I don't like him as much as what I am deciding to do. I want to see what you think of me taking Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Okay, I'll say 2 things. Number one, that's a safe pick for a high floor. He's not holding out like CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase. That said, don't try to predict what's going to happen ahead of time. You can never fully predict it. People you might have interviewed them. They might lie or change their mind in a second. When they're on the board, just have your top 6 players ranked. And when it's your turn, take the top guy in your queue. Don't try to predict necessarily what's going to happen. Amon-Ra St. Brown could go in the top 5 because people are worried about the Chase and the Lamb holdout. So, you have to have more than one guy ready to pivot on.
Well, I do, but then I'm going to ask you your opinion as far as the running back goes. When you get to that spot, there's 2 that'll probably be there. Maybe not. maybe Brees Hall and Bijan Robinson. A lot of people are thinking that maybe Bijan Robinson's going to go higher up than where I'm at. But if I had to choose between Brees Hall and Bijan Robinson, which way would you go?
Again, I'm going to hammer this at you. Don't try to guess what's going to happen. Just let it happen. let the draft come to you. And you don't know that Tyreek Hill is not going to be there at number 6. I've seen him go at number 6. It's the odds are not great, but some people will overreact to a preseason thumb injury and let him slide down the board. I think he'll probably be top 5, but you can never ever know for sure. I like Brees Hall over Bijan Robinson because Bijan Robinson is probably going to share more work in the backfield with Tyler Algier, whereas Brees Hall is going to dominate the backfield touches for the Jets. Plus, you have more offensive playmakers that he has to share with in Atlanta than Brees Hall does. It's really just Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson for the Jets, and they hope Mike Williams stays healthy. So if I had to go with one of the two, I would take Hall over Robinson.
How you liking Saquon Barkley this year?
Well, he's obviously moving to a highly upgraded offense. You go from the basement to the penthouse, the Giants to the Eagles, and there's actually published reports that he could see a Christian McCaffrey-like workload. But we know durability has been an issue with Saquon Barkley, so I do have to point that out. I think he's a good pick at the end of the first round.
We were having a pretty good argument earlier about Justin Jefferson and the fact that it could be Sam Darnold or whoever is left on the Vikings when the time comes. And thinking maybe Justin Jefferson, because of his environment, shouldn't go so high in the first round. What do you think?
I'm ranked 7th overall in my updated rankings on rotoballer.com. Jefferson may take a minor hit with the McCarthy injury, but Darnold was ticketed to be the starter at the beginning of the season anyway. They were going to be patient with McCarthy. Justin Jefferson is pretty quarterback proof, though. We saw that late last season. He had 2 really good games against the Lions with backup quarterbacks. Now, people will say, oh, it was against the Lions. That doesn't mean it doesn't count. You're scoring 19-plus fantasy points in PPR against the Lions. That's what a top receiver is supposed to do, take advantage of the good matchup. I think Justin Jefferson, to a certain degree, is quarterback proof. So I like picking him anywhere between 7 and 9 the first round.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't touch him personally. That's just me. I feel like that second round is the only place I would go, and sounds like I'd be wrong because you are the king of fantasy football. Let's go to the text line.
He's not going to last till the second round in any draft. And
mediocre
like
quarterbacks
can
round.
support a top wide receiver.
No, I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole. Who would you not touch with a 10-foot pole that other people are kind of high on right now?
I think I'm going to say Tank Dell. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not going to draft anybody at some point, but Dell's not going to fall in value. I don't have him ranked in the top 30 at wide receiver. I know he's a fantasy darling as a sleeper last year, but the guy's 165 pounds. He fractured his fibula when they had him on the field in a goal line scrum. That's why they acquired Stephon Diggs, because you can't have Tank Dell at 165 pounds on the field regularly for every play. He's somebody who's going to have a lot of upside, but he's going to be very boom or bust.
All right, let's go to the text line, 888-368-1580. Lots of questions here, so I got to scroll to the right one. And then people change their text, so then I have a hard time. So Chosen One says, for Mr. the King, what do you think of the St. Brown Stafford late round stack?
It's not a stack, though, because, Stafford hasn't been on the Lions in a few years. So, if you're thinking of Jared Goff stack,
I think that's what he probably means.
Like a 14th ranked quarterback. Stacks are, really for top offenses, I think, where there's not too many dominant players. That Detroit offense is deep, but I don't think you can stack Matthew Stafford with Monmouth St. Brown anymore. I'd probably want a top 10 quarterback over Goff rather than looking for the Detroit stack.
Raven Kid says, what do you think of Kyle Pitts this year in the new scheme with the new quarterback?
I like it a lot. You know, it's he could be on the verge of having a career year. I have him ranked 6 at tight end on my ranks on rotoballer.com, Seahawks.com. And, you know, Kirk Cousins is going to pump a lot of life into this offense. Big upgrade from Desmond Ridder to Kirk Cousins. Obviously, any football fan, you know, who's just a casual, you know, will know this. I want to get one of the top 7 tight ends. I don't want to be chasing the position with mediocrity all year. The finished position in fantasy football, I want one of the top 7 tight ends, and I have Pitts ranked at 6.
Bite My Kebab says, what would the strategy be when picking in the 10th position? Quarterback tied in first or 10th running back with 10th wide receiver? I guess what he's asking you is if he's got the 10th pick, should it be a quarterback, a running back, or a wide receiver?
If it's a 1 quarterback league, you should be taking a quarterback in the first 2 rounds. I would say at least wait till the 4th round.
You shouldn't.
You say you shouldn't. Oh, okay. Because I was surprised at that.
If it's a 1 quarterback league, don't touch a quarterback until the 4th round. There's no particular pattern for drafting in the first round. Again, you gotta let the draft come to you. Take the 2 best available players on the board. You know, at 10, you might be able to pull off, say, a Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison sort of strong wide receiver start, but you can't predict what's going to happen ahead of you. You got to go with the flow. I would say to take the 2 best players available and then fill out the rest of your starting lineup thereafter. If you got like a 2 running back, 3 wide receiver type of lineup, I don't like to target my quarterback till at least the 6th or 7th round.
So what do you do if the quarterback run goes early, and it seems to around here, and I'm thinking it'll probably happen around the 3rd or the 4th round? Do you jump in because you got to make sure you secure a good one with a 6-point touchdown, or do you stick to your sort of your own pattern and just get your quarterback later?
Good point, because, you know, the person that just asked that question, you know, I don't know if it's 4 or 6 points touchdown pass for that league, but 6 points bumps it up a little bit. You know, maybe I'll go in the 5th round for a quarterback rather than the 6th. But I would say as long as you get one of the top 10 or so, you're fine. You don't have to jump in on the run for the superstars, and you can zig when everybody else is zagging and, you know, pick up some nice values in running back and wide receiver and tight end. If you end up with a Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray, a Jordan Love, you'll be just fine. But if it's starting to get into territory where you're looking at Jared Goff and, you know, Aaron Rodgers, et cetera, you don't want to be in that sort of territory. Goff's really good at home, but he's not as good on the road.
So who do you have ranked as your top 5 quarterbacks?
That's pretty easy. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Anthony Richardson, just because of the rushing upside.
All right, that's you know, Tom Brady threw in Aaron Rodgers, but I guess you're trying to win fantasy football.
Yeah, it's if I started a regular NFL team, you know, I certainly wouldn't rank it like that. I mean, I have Mahomes ranked first.
Gotcha. 888-368-1580. Moist One says, welcome back to Mr. the King. He says, go Seahawks. He says, would you take McBride or Bowers?
Go Hawks, and thanks for welcoming back. I appreciate it. Definitely McBride. McBride's a top 4 tight end. I have always ranked at 10th. He's got to prove himself as a rookie.
Oh, did we lose Mr. the King, or did you just get a call?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Swazman says, hey, Mr. the King, what do you think about getting your best starters in the first 7 picks? Obviously, kicker and defense would be last.
You know, kicker and defense should always be last. And, you know, that's exactly how you attack a draft. You have to flesh out your starting lineup within the first 6 to 7 rounds.
So how do you feel about drafting and just maybe not getting a kicker or not getting a defense, just drafting just all the best players and then worry about streaming a defense? Or do you feel like you have to have a kicker? Or do you have to have a defense? How would you look at this?
I usually don't, leave it off, especially a defense. The way to draft defense is not to draft off the overall rank. You want to look at the early season matchups because we stream all year. Look at who has the best matchups in week 1 or week 2. Just don't take the 49ers because they're ranked so high. Some of these teams won't have friendly week 1, week 2 matchups, et cetera, like the Jets, et cetera. Look at the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be a improved defense. The defensive line is deep. The secondary is deep. Mike McDonald is his defensive wizard, and they open up with the Broncos and the Patriots.
There you go. 888-368-1580. Hefty Lefty says, any solid players from teams that are most likely going to be bad, like the Broncos?
I think bad teams always have good players in any fantasy sport. The Giants, look at Malik Neighbors. He's going to be an alpha wide receiver. He's right on the cusp of outside the top 15 at wide receiver. So, you look at teams like the Raiders, Amir White, the Broncos have Cortland Sutton, et cetera. So, there's good players on bad teams all throughout the league, except maybe the Patriots. I'm not that high on Ramondre Stevenson.
Swave Dave says, Mr. the King, welcome back. Looking forward to your help this season. A little bit more help before we go. I know we're running late, but Scott, tell me, give me a little something here. I just, we've heard your top quarterbacks. We've gotten some good advice from you. Give us some of those sleepers. All right, people that are going to be in the draft that may be overlooked by others, but you're like, this is money.
Quarterback Will Levis of the Tennessee Titans.
Wow.
I think he's going to be very aggressive. Running back Rico Dowdle of the Dallas Cowboys is somebody who can make defenders miss, and he's a very determined runner. At wide receiver, you can go pretty deep with those sleepers. I think a super sleeper is Jalen Hyatt of the New York Giants. He can take the top of off the defense. And my big tight end sleeper, Colby Parkinson of the Los Angeles Rams. Somebody who's going to go undrafted in a lot of leagues and be an early season waiver wire pickup. So, I like Parkinson. He's like 6'7", 265, has yardage after the catch ability, can bust a seam in a defense, be a touchdown target. He's going to be the number 1 tight end for the Rams, and nobody knows if and when Tyler Higbee is coming back from a knee injury.
All right, there you have it. That is Scott, the Fantasy King, and he's going to be with us all season long. He's senior writer for rotoballer.com. Find him there. Official fantasy writer for Seahawks.com. Don't hold it against him. Fantasy writer for Sportsline.com and an inaugural member of the Fantasy Sports Writers Association Hall of Fame. Real quick, you can find him on Twitter, Scott E. the King. It's at Scott E. the King. One quick more question about your Seahawks. What do you think the record's going to be for the Seahawks this year?
I'm seeing some projections like saying 6 wins. It's like they won 9 last year, and this year's team is better, in terms of the roster. So I'm gonna say 10-7.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Everybody has a blind spot, and that's Scott the King right there. See you next Thursday. Can we get you Thursday for a little more insight?
Yeah, you got it.
I mean, there's no game next Thursday, but I think we could still talk.
But it's going to be a big fantasy draft weekend, so we got to do it.
That it is. Oh, that's right. For other people too. So we'll do that. Thanks a lot, buddy. We will see you next time. All right, we got to take a break. We are broadcasting live from the Dave and Buster's at the Tempe Marketplace. Come join us, have a drink, have some food, and at 7 p.m. we're going to draft the fantasy football leagues for the Daily Blender. But even if you don't play, come hang out. We're just going to have some fun. Going to hang out. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
See website for details. Deals Happen is not a lender and does not make credit decisions. Must be 18 years old. Not available in all states.
Honey, the credit card bill came and we're maxed out.
Great. Maxed out cards, rent is due, bills are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by for a few weeks.
We should do what my brother did. He went to billshappen.com and got $3,000 the next day.
With our bad credit, I don't think so.
BillsHappen.com is different. They are one of the largest personal loan networks. They can help people with all credit types get up to $5,000.
I'm sure there's a lot of paperwork.
Nope, my brother said it was easy. He did it right from his phone.
If you have a regular source of income, you can be approved for a loan for up to $5,000 in minutes, and your cash can hit your bank account the next day. Bills Happens lenders have millions of dollars to lend, regardless of your credit history.
Great news. I went to BillsHappen.com and we will have our money as soon as tomorrow.
Wow, that is fast.
If you need extra cash, go to BillsHappen.com. That's BillsHappen.com. BillsHappen.com.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-694-1010. That's 1-800-694-1010. Or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. 1-800-694-1010. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Mom, where are my keys?
Why do I have to take out the garbage? I'm too sick to go to school. Quit hogging the bathroom!
If you're having a hard time living with all the noise, it's even harder to live without it. Fake pills with fentanyl are the #1 killer of youth in Arizona. Learn how to talk to your kids at talknowaz.com. This message is sponsored by the Substance Abuse Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Arizona's new home for sports.
Hey, Blender here on 1580 The Fanatic. I just realized doing this remote that I need a pair of glasses where part of it is a reader and the other part where I can see, because your guys are, this is the best looking crowd I've ever seen right now. I can't, well, no, Charlie, take it easy. It's only because I can't see you. I'm having a hard time reading people's name tags, but as people come in the building and they go over there and see Radio Ron, they get a name tag, and we just saw Cactus Coyote, and I was like, you don't text in very often. And he's like, well, I texted in 6 whole times. And he says, that's all right, I listen. They're like, hey, I'm just glad you listen. Anybody who listens, you don't have to text. But it's like Matthew McConaughey in that movie. It's cooler if you did. 888-368-1580. We lost Ralph. Is Ralph getting yelled at?
Oh, wow.
Is he between
No,
some
I
couch
don't know.
cushions? What's going on?
I texted Ralph and he has not responded. We have lost Ralph. I'm a little bit worried because I have a show with him tomorrow. So
I think Pippi's whooping his ass in the parking lot.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a feeling. Choro says, I see Ralph missing, and the dude wipes are gone too. Oh, right. Okay, that's probably it. Sure.
Let's relax.
Against the Spread says, happy draft party, everyone. Good luck. I got an NCAA pick for the masses. Really? In week 0? All right, let's hear it. Starting tomorrow at 9 a.m., Georgia Tech finished last year on a heater and returns 9 starters on offense, including their dual threat quarterback.
Right.
Florida State, on the other hand, has a retread quarterback and a boatload of young players. Game is at a very neutral site in Ireland. What?
We found Ralph.
Don't scream. Why haven't you taught your pet over here how to use a microphone? Let's see, where was I? The game is at a very neutral site in Ireland, so take Georgia Tech plus 11 and throw a sprinkle on Georgia Tech on the money line too. Good luck, and always practice money management.
Oh, I like that pick.
Were you pooping? Remember,
lost.
One of the things that we've learned is don't poop on the beach.
Yeah, I do have a job. So.
Okay.
I like
Mr.
I like
Easy
the,
Sports is tweeting horrible things now.
I know.
Jeffrey O'Brien was mean to me.
Were you mean to him?
I was.
Was Scott mean to him?
No.
Scott's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He is a good guy.
He did agree with me about Justin Jefferson, which I appreciate.
He agreed with you?
Yeah, but he agreed
He's
with
off
the
my show.
fact he was saying he wouldn't take him higher than 7, so he kind of agreed
So
with us.
Well,
semi-
no, because you
A
guys
little
no,
bit
you
with
you
us.
guys said second rounder. Not a little bit at all. He's still a first rounder at 7.
7 is
where I
closer
pick,
to the second
ironically.
round than.
But he was a 1-2 pick. Now he's saying 7.
Well, yeah, I never said he was a first overall pick, but you guys were saying he wasn't a first rounder.
I feel like we still win this.
You're absolutely incorrect, but it's okay. I'm right again.
I think you're wrong.
as,
you're wrong.
as
Keon.
per
And I-
usual.
Now he's off the phone. I think he's wrong too.
Wow, I was on your side, Jeffrey.
No, not you.
Oh.
I say now he's off
Scotch
the
roll.
phone.
Oh.
I say Scottsboro. I wouldn't say that to
I just-
to his ear's
just-
face.
The guy was averaging 106 yards a game with Jaron Hall throwing him passes. But all right, that doesn't mean anything at all.
Well, I'm just gonna put this right in your face when I'm right. You'll see. And then
You're
I'll
not, though.
invite Nathan to be on so he can put it in your face too. Who else was putting it in your face?
I want
Ralph
to.
was. All of us. Basically, here's what's gonna happen. What week do we do this? If by week 8,
I was gonna say 6.
it's obvious I'm right. We're all just gonna get on mic and go nah for like 10 minutes straight on air.
Deal.
I mean, if you want to, it's not going
Yeah, but
to
you gotta
happen.
leave our mics on.
But you can
you gotta leave our
no,
mics on.
I'll leave them on. It's not happening. So I mean, I don't
You
know
think
what to
I
tell
can't
you.
commit to that?
Oh, you can
You think I
commit to
can't
it.
commit to that?
You are just incorrect. You're just.
Oh,
it's
well,
not
no,
going
I
to
will.
happen because you are wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will see you in 8 weeks.
All right.
Taco Kenny says, "Hey, can we put the Raiders game on in this joint?"
Nope.
Oh, you gotta
Raiders game.
ask that gal right there, the waitress. I bet she can make that happen on one of these streets.
You really want to see a preseason week 3 game?
Yeah, it is preseason, so but hey, that's his team, man. I'm not gonna.
I mean, but
We've got plenty of screens here, and as we have been excitedly noticing on this screen right in front of me, the Diamondbacks are up 5-1 over the Boston Red Sox, bottom of the 6th.
The bet hit too. Nelson has 6 strikeouts.
Oh, well, good. Very good. Dylan Cohen, your bet hit. Your bet hit on Ryan Nelson. So there you go.
I need one more, so I have him at 7. So I need one more. This is a big at bat.
You bet?
I got it.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
I've got him at
affords
I've
his
got him at 7 too.
yes, we agree on something. First time ever.
Don't do weird crap like that on this show. Chosen One says, so Jeffco, if JJ is there at 6, are you taking him? No, I'm not taking him. I'm taking Amon St. Brown.
I like that pick over. I like Brown over JJ.
No, I'm committing to my opinion on Jefferson.
And what-
And
he won't-
Keon picks right after me, so I'd say you have to take Jefferson. With all the crap you've said, Keon, you almost have to take him if he's there.
If
you're
there's somebody I
for-
don't like better there, yeah.
Who would you like better?
I don't know who's going to fall there. You just talked to a man who was like, don't
I'm just
predict the
saying
draft.
he would fall there. He would fall there.
If he's
Just
there and somebody else that I don't like better is there, I'll take it.
Well, guess what? If he's there at 6, he'll be there at 7. I'm not taking him.
I know.
Turd Ferguson says, is it me or was that Henry Winkler on the phone? He doesn't sound like Henry
He doesn't
Winkler.
sound like Henry Winkler.
Wow.
And he didn't say anything at all about macular degeneration. How dare you?
Not right. Or his stepfather, who he loved very much.
His eyesight is very important to him. He'll have you know.
Big George wants to know if Donnie's at the remote. He's not here yet. I thought he was coming. I was wondering where my wife was too. She was supposed to be here.
well,
Oh, that's not good.
Berg says, who will be relegated from the Premier League to the underleagues this year? And why will it be Keon?
Why will it be Keon? He was already relegated once.
There's a
Who
storm
knows, man?
coming,
It might
Berg.
be me. It might be me for all we know. I mean, we don't know until the draft happens and the games start going. That's the other thing about this. It's a crapshoot. You do the best you can. You try to just don't do anything really stupid. Go for the best players on the board. Don't get team precious. And as Engel said, don't get too stuck on your plan because something better might fall in your lap and you'd be a fool not to take it kind of thing. When in doubt, the best player left on the board is always a good decision.
Yes.
And draft Kyler Murray.
Well, like I said, I would draft Kyler Murray. I mean, I'd absolutely make sure I had a solid backup.
Oh, 100%. Because Kyler Murray never
You would
plays all
draft him
season.
when?
Yeah, like 6 or 7.
Someone screamed 10th round.
6 or 7. I've got a plan, but I don't want to share any more of it because Keon will use it against me. You'll use it against me.
I can't. You put me out of the way. It's funny how Randy's 4, you're 6, and he's 7.
I didn't do anything.
And I'm all the way back at 10.
I'd be at 4. What something just happened with the Diamondbacks?
Ryan Nelson got his 7th strikeout, and there's a lot of people in this room
go.
got 7 strikeouts.
Let's go.
Including myself and Keon.
How much money did you make?
The D-backs win, I'll make 40.
$40. That's
$3 to win 40.
You're a smart better. You're a smart better. You're not going too crazy with what you're putting in there.
I got a bookie, so it helps.
Oh, jeez. I don't think that's legal. Big George says, will you be able to do on this date? Yes, I got it right here. What do you think? I don't do anything by computer. As everybody can see, the entire show, everything we do is just on loose papers. If there's ever like a windy day, I'm hosed.
You and Ralph both. You could still use printers. This blows my mind.
I'd like to touch it.
I can tell.
Not that, Ralph. Take it easy.
Wow.
That's why I moved a little bit.
Let's do it real quick. We have time. It's time for On This Date in Big George's sports history. Back in the year 1931, future 300-game winner Lefty Groves' American League record-tying 16 consecutive game winning streak was snapped when Philadelphia A's outfielder Jim Moore misjudged a fly ball, giving the St. Louis Browns a 1-0 victory. Jim Moore's body was then found later in the parking lot, beaten. No, I just made that part up. But I'm just saying, if that guy ruined a streak, you'd think about it, wouldn't you? No, that was it. That was it. There wasn't anything that good today in history, to be honest.
Sure, there was something.
I just wanted to make up the thing about the guy getting bludgeoned. So.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. What just happened?
Red Sox hit a home run.
Is it a grand? No,
this is a solo home run.
It's a solo. It's like 5-2 now. It's all right.
I'd be panicking right now.
Nobody was on base, right?
No one on base. Solo shot. Just
now your bullpen has to come in. So.
You're just hoping Ryan Nelson can get out of this, get the quality start. That'd be huge for his confidence as well.
Nelson with 7 strikeouts. Astros up 3. Tina Charles has 10 rebounds in third quarter. Beat the book. Long shot parlay is close, according to Dylan Cohen. It is close.
You had a good day.
Looking good.
I bet it.
Good. There you go, Keon. Good for you, man. Little money right there.
Yeah.
Beer Bob says next year, can we actually have it somewhere? We'll have it right here. I should have pre-read that. Listen, everybody, thanks for coming out to Dave and Buster's here at the Tempe Marketplace and hanging out with us, having a drink and some beer. Hang around and party, hang out with your fellow fourth dimensioner, and then get ready for the Daily Blender Fantasy Football Draft that is coming up here at 7. In just a few minutes, Radio Ron is about to do all the drawings for all the prizes. I think you're going to be some very happy people here in just a short while. As for the rest of you, Weekend Warriors is on tomorrow, so it's Keon's show, and we'll be back here on Monday at 3 p.m. It's the Daily Blender on 1580 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare,